Sports.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3 as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second-half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Coming up later on today's show, Kings color analyst Katie Christensen joins us at 8. The mayor of Sacramento, Darryl Steinberg, joins us at 8:27. And former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9 from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any of those interviews, they'll be up later today at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I was thinking about this yesterday. So we have Safer Out, we have 3 for Madness, and we have going streaking, right?
Yeah.
So the way I see it, we have 4 hours. Could we conceivably come up with 26 benchmarks for baseball?
Why 26?
It's a random number I threw out, but I feel like that would fill the show.
Well, if you want to fill the show, it'd be 16. And yeah, I could.
I feel like that's how we'll do it. I'm like a 4-year-old. Like if you make it like games and competition, I'll get into it. It doesn't matter.
If we put the broccoli on the spoon and we play airplane
yes,
with
you. That's exactly, you know what? That is a perfect analogy. If we can play
the landing.
Right. Hey, look, how'd the Tigers do last night?
Oh my God. Did you see that picture of the first pitch at Comerica Park yesterday in Detroit? There might have been 30 people there. What if I were to tell you it looked worse than an A's game? It's all over the interwebs. You should check it out. It's really bad.
Just baseball Twitter.
Yeah.
Dude, love me some baseball Twitter. Actually, prefer baseball Instagram. Baseball Instagram's fun.
I mean, it's going to be here soon. That is true. We're going to have 2 solid months of baseball. And don't get me wrong, when that happens, trust me, I'll flip the switch and be like, hey, guys, this is exciting, and stay tuned, because that's what we got to do. But that's fake. This is the real, which is what we're going to do. Talk about the A's, the Giants.
I feel like you're kind of burying several leads right now.
What? Give me one.
I mean, there was a suspension last night that we'll probably spend some time on.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the summertime.
Oh, no. There's no leads being buried.
Yeah. No.
I like baseball, so it's not a problem.
Ton of stuff to talk about today, of course. I'm just thinking ahead.
We now know, Jason, the real reason why he wants the Kings to win a title.
Yeah.
Not because he gives a damn if the franchise has a ring. He just wants basketball coverage extended through June.
What the finals are like in the middle of June?
Yeah,
somewhere there. So that would conceivably give us. We would have 6 weeks. We would have 6 weeks about right until training camp opens.
Yeah, here's what you need. Here's your dream scenario. Kings win it all. Take the maximum amount of games to do it.
Yes.
So there's carryover. There's Halo after that.
Yeah.
Right after, somehow, some way, Monty makes a trade and they get the number 1
Oh,
pick.
my God. That would be amazing.
So then you're worried about the lottery.
Yeah.
And then the excitement of the pick. And then you go right into Summer League because now that becomes relevant.
Yeah.
Don't forget free agency.
And free agency. So get
NFL
a high-profile
draft.
player. Yeah, but that's like next week.
No, that's not.
But I'm just having the Kings
right.
carry all the way through this. And then you could get to basically August.
Hold on here. I'm in work day.
And take August off.
For those that know, workday is where we request time off.
I have 145 hours of vacation. How much is that?
Wow.
Is that 6 weeks? 4 weeks?
That's a good contract.
8-12.
145?
That's like 3
2 weeks.
No, 145. That's
40 hours a week.
That's
right?
like 3.5.
That's 3. So by the time, it's safe to say the way it accumulates, right? By the time baseball season's over, I'll have a full 4 weeks, right? So, oh my God, this is how you do it. Kings go to the finals. They win. That's middle of June, right?
Mm-hmm.
Work 2 weeks because, hey,
you're excited. Everybody's
parade.
going nuts. Yeah.
Right.
Don't do that with your hands.
Oh, yeah. Get to July off.
Yeah.
All 4 weeks. Just take 4 weeks off. There's a holiday in there when we won the thing and celebrating the fireworks, right?
Yeah.
So 4th of July.
Oh.
And then you get, and then boom, come back. Hey, football. Let's start. Greg Papa, Dave Richards are going to join us. Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
And then NBA training camp. Can we repeat? That's
the dream.
That's it. Absolutely. Also, did you know if Bonneville said if the Kings win the title, we all get an extra week of vacation? Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
I think that it's what should happen.
We get a celebration day. It turns into celebration week.
Oh my God. Do you think that would qualify?
I think so.
I 100%.
There's so much quote unquote community service we could do around that.
Yeah.
Is going to an NBA title parade considered community service?
It should be as a front-facing public figure like yourself. Yes.
Is there a back-facing public figure?
There is.
There is. Okay.
I've shown my back.
It's called an adult film star.
Oh, we should talk to the mayor about that. Oh, is it Jinxie? Yeah, that's probably Jinxie. You talk to the mayor about where the parade route would be.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
The Sacramento Kings, will have more on this later, are now favored to win the series with the Golden State Warriors.
They are.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder why.
All that tells me is it's an even bigger upset and story if the Warriors win it now. I feel like we all need to stay focused. Kings just won 2 playoff games.
You're literally planning your vacation around their championship, and we need to stay focused.
I'm saying in a dream world. It's like I plan what I'm going to spend if we win the lotto. It's the same thing.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah. You've never done that? You never bought a lotto ticket and allowed yourself 5 minutes?
You know what's funny is I've had those moments, but they've been very quick in the sense of okay, probably get a house in the Fab 40s. I'll be that guy. And then a DeLorean. Those are the 2 things that always stick out.
Okay, I'm here for the DeLorean. Is that where you would live?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, I would be so snooty.
No.
Nose in the air. Holler at your boy.
I'm all about living in a nice house and being a snooty rich person if you won the lotto. But you'd pick the Fab 40s?
Yeah.
Is this shade at the 40s?
Yeah, I feel like this is an anti-40 movement.
Let me tell you something about the Fab 40s.
You're like King Security.
Fab 40s? Ready for this?
Well done, Jay.
Fab 40s.
Thank you.
Fab 40s?
Yeah.
Trash. I'll tell you.
Wow.
Let me tell you why the Fab 40s are trash. Okay. I'm going to tell you exactly why the Fab 40s. No, I have thought this through. The Fab 40s are trash because for the amount of money you're paying, $2, $3, $4 million for a house. Okay. Number one, where are the gates?
You don't need them.
No, you do.
No, you don't. Have you not driven in that neighborhood and dreamed like I have? Oh my God, dude,
it's fabulous.
All the windows are always open. It'll be like 8 p.m. at night. That's how much they feel safe.
If I'm that rich, I'm living behind a gate. I got one of them security guards. They have to wave at you when you leave. Hey, Billy. Hey, Dave. One of those. Yeah,
Billy
good day.
Security.
Dare I say gates would actually bring down the value of the 40s?
Oh, probably. Oh, and then once a year, you can't get home because everybody's rolling through looking at Christmas lights.
That's not that bad.
Dude, and you're downtown.
As someone who rolls around looking at the Christmas lights,
I take my kids down there every year. I'm just saying. It's like living on Dovewood Court, but downtown.
I feel like you're making really poor arguments right now.
I'm saying if look, Granite Bay, there's places in Rockland. Hell, there's a place in Roseville, Morgan Creek. All these places have these McMansions.
Beautiful areas, but they're like not close to anything.
Close to what? What is downtown?
I like being close to downtown.
Downtown.
I currently live 10 minutes from downtown. I love it.
God, I've never been to downtown.
It's where the Kings live.
Yeah, I know. I like that part. But I like the fact, like, all those years of like, hey, the downtown core and we need to build that. Fake. 100% fake on my part. I hate downtown.
You want it back into Thomas.
If I had it my way, it would be back into Thomas. Yes, the Thomas was great. You get off 80, giant parking lot.
Gross.
Yeah, you can pregame there. Downtown.
And then you can go to BJ's after the game. Yay! The restaurant.
Oh, the downtown sucks.
The Thomas sucks. I lived there.
Everything.
No,
you can't park anywhere.
Yes, you can.
You gotta park in some garage. You gotta walk around.
Jason. We gotta get him out of suburbia every once in a while.
Suburbia greater than sign downtown is all I'm saying. Give me old Roseville. Give me
old Roseville,
downtown suburbia. Give me Roseville. Give me Rockland.
Yeah, you can go to the Boxing Donkey.
Hey, my sister's friend owns a Boxing Donkey. It's a nice place.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Okay, by the way, I don't go to Old Roseville. I'm just saying it looks nice when I drive by.
I couldn't picture you going to the Roseville bars these days.
We'll take a break. No.
It was new at Denios this week.
Right. Denios is a great time on a Saturday. Are you kidding me? You get a corn dog. You get a corn dog downtown.
Corn dog and good cheap
corn dog and some cool Star Wars collectibles.
Yes.
Well, I get it, Denios.
And a bootleg Kings jersey.
We got a big show for you today. Oh God, kind of sucks after I said all that. Mayor Steinberg will join us. We'll talk about how great the downtown is and how vibrant it is. Katie Christensen at 8:00. It is Analyst Wednesday. Kenny Thomas and his internet connection. Over under on the amount of times Kenny pauses due to an internet connection. We're going to start playing that game. We'll have to come up with some prizes. But when we get back, no Draymond for game 3. We'll go through that right after this.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning. The Sacramento Kings have taken a commanding 2-0 lead over the Golden State Warriors.
They end up winning it by 8.
Can the best road team in the West go into Chase Center Thursday night and get a win in Game 3 over the defending champs? Our coverage begins with Cattles and Rami live from the Golden One Center at 2 p.m. with tip-off at 7 from San Francisco. On your home for the Kings. Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports first round coverage is brought to you by National Garage Door. Doors fit for a king.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar and ACR Home Services. ACR Solar, check them out at acrsolar.com first and foremost to find out all the things they can help you out with. For us as homeowners near the Fab 40s, outside the Fab 40s, far removed from the Fab 40s, we were excited to get into the position where we knew we were going to work with a company that was going to help us with a brand new roof. And that's what we did last summer. And when someone told us about ACR Solar, I obviously heard the name. I thought, well, look, we're not looking at solar at this point. Maybe we will down the line, but we need to get a new roof. They said, no, they have home services. They do other things like roofing. So we brought them over, got the estimate, and really liked what we heard when we met with John, the owner, and Joe, the roofing expert, just the way they explained how they would do things, the communication, certainly the estimate that they gave us, and then the end result was great work. We've got a brand new roof. We feel safe. We feel secure. It looks great. We get tons of compliments on it. And we used to have an old shake roof, and every time we'd go by the house, we'd be like, man, we got to do it at some point. Well, that some point came and is gone, and we're so happy that we went through ACR Solar. They're awesome. Just outside the Fab 40s. So our thanks to them and everyone else helping us out at acrsolar.com.
Just rejoin your music because the board is not working and I can't play a sweeper, so I'm going to restart that.
Hey, see how quick that break was? Well, you know, break was quick. It's just a conversation with Jason Ross.
Just talking.
Triple digits already in the YouTube chat.
Wow. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Why are you awake?
Yeah, exactly. Please
sleep in.
Hit the thumb going upwards. Hit the thumb that points to the sky. That's a like. It makes our bosses happy. 1-800-920-1140. 916-339-1140 is your text line. Let's go to the YouTube chat very, very quickly. Alex, what happened to the rumor about no watch parties? Aren't they happening now? Yes, the Kings were able to, and credit to them, overcome those NBA restrictions on Sacramento because of the layout. And now, remember, the road games, there will be the watch party inside Golden One Center. And by the way, and what we're going to do today, part of what we're going to do today is we're going to help everyone because we are all a family, and we do have each other's back. We are going to help everyone in the inevitable conversations you have today with Warrior fans that are all bent out of shape about Draymond Green being suspended. That was announced yesterday by the National Basketball Association.
Late in the day.
Very, very late. And honestly, Shams Charania had reported that according to those close to Draymond Green, that there would not, in fact, be a suspension, just most likely a fine. That was not, did not turn out that was good intel. The statement, I will paraphrase because it's long. Joe Dumars announced a 1-game suspension for Draymond Green without pay, based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts. His actions were in response to Sabonis grabbing and holding Green's right ankle after falling to the floor. Green received a flagrant foul too and was ejected. Sabonis was assessed a technical foul. Green will serve his suspension for Game 3. That's April 20th. That's tomorrow at Chase Center. So that's the basics. So you're going to have Warrior fans popping up today for you. And what we're here to do is kind of just help you deal with that. Not that you all need it, but listen, some of you wouldn't mind a little extra ammo. So we'll go to the chat, for example. I think it's R. Lee. It's R space L-I. I'm going to go with R. Lee. Suspending Draymond is so wrong due to the fact Sabonis set this all off by grabbing his leg. Joe Dumars, I'm very disappointed. Well, because Joe reads the chat. So. By the way, this is going to pop up too. Dumars used to work for the Kings. All right, let's address the last part first, because this is something that, internet. Joe Dumars tried to pull a coup on the front office. He tried to have Monty McNair answer to him, and he tried to run basketball operations. He was told, no, that's not going to happen, which credit to Vivek for that. So Joe Dumars left and went to work for the NBA. So your Joe Dumars conspiracy theory, if anything, Joe would have a grudge against the Sacramento Kings, not the other way around. Go ahead, Google it, look it up. He literally tried to take over the front office of the Kings and was rebuffed. It was a power struggle, and he lost. So, yeah, that's not going to work, number one. Secondly, there's two ways you can go here. Number one, well, Sabonis grabbed his leg. Well, let's revert back to what we said yesterday. If you're in person with the person arguing, the Warrior fan, ask them to flick you on the arm. And when they flick you on the arm, kick them right in the junk.
Oh, I was going to say shoot them. Is that a little far?
No, yes, very. We'll get letters. Kick them right in the junk. Now, again, asterisk, we're not really advocating this, but explain this part to them. Why don't you flick me in the arm? I will kick you in the junk. And then I will say to you as you're writhing around, hey, if you hadn't flipped me in the arm, I would have kicked you in the junk. So that's number one. That's point number one, is that Draymond Green's.
And let's say this happened in the workplace. That's also what you're going to tell your boss, right?
That's exactly what you're going to tell your boss, which would super go over well. Number two, let's also pretend that in that exact situation at the workplace, you have a history of just randomly going around and kicking people in the junk.
Randomly.
As the statement said, Draymond Green has a long history of unsportsmanlike behavior. What it is and how we're going to refer to it today, because this is how Draymond Green's actions should be referred to, is that it's crybaby material. It's crybaby behavior. It's mentally soft behavior.
Victim mentality.
It's Draymond Green not being able to hold his cool, which is why he knocks out teammates, he kicks players in the junk, and he steps on people's chests, and he lets his team down, which is what he just did. Let's be real about this. So you have this whole history of doing this at the workplace. All right, so there's that. Number 3, which was not mentioned in the statement, but as we talked about on the show yesterday, I can promise you was a part of the decision. Draymond Green stood up on a chair and incited the crowd. Now, players have a right to not be abused physically or verbally. I'm all for player rights. But Draymond Green incited the crowd in front of Adam Silver. Adam Silver was literally on the other side looking at it. I promise you that was a part of this decision, and we talked about that yesterday. So there's 3 arguments that you have. They still won't listen. Warrior fan will not listen here because fan is short for fanatic. People are crazy about this. So my recommendation is, after you take the time, if you respect this person, to try to explain all 3 points, when they continue, just look them right in the eyes and say simply, cry more, and walk away. And that should end the argument right
Just
there.
cut to the quick right there.
Just cry more. Cry more, you entitled, privileged, spoiled, most likely bandwagon. Name me 5 players on the Warriors for any of the 10 years before Steph Curry was drafted. Ask them if they know who Andres Biedrins was, or Monte Ellis. Ask them who Monte Ellis was traded for. There's always a real good way to separate out Warrior fans. And then if they pass the tests, then say, cry more. That's all.
Yeah.
That's how you deal with it.
You know, it's not just the fans, though. It's kind of bled over into Warriors media.
Yes, it has.
Our guy Kyle Draper was on with the Warriors flagship station's morning show yesterday, and boy, were they a little in their feelings when Drape was sticking his chest out a bit.
They're way in their feelings. But that's what happens. Anytime a particular group is used to having the power, anytime a particular group is used to succeeding, anytime a particular group piles up accolades, or however you want to call it, when they feel like that is threatened, they will do everything but look inward. And if I was a host in the Bay Area today, if I was a Warrior fan today, I would say, you know what? I don't know about this suspension. It's garbage. I'd probably be really upset, if I'm being honest. But my ire would be directed once again at Draymond Green, putting himself ahead of his team. Once again, for the umpteenth time, putting himself. The story of this suspension should be that Draymond Green is a selfish basketball player who puts himself ahead of his team and is mentally weak when it comes to dealing with frustration over and over and over again. We'll take a break. When we come back, safer out, Clayton Kershaw, the Marlins, and the A's. Tons of stuff to talk about. Let's all go through this together right after this.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Simone said, quote, Rami's sending me to go get coffee. Simone is misrepresenting me, which I expect from Nick. She said she had to get something from her car. I don't know where her car is, so I said, are you going towards Starbucks? She said, no, but I can get you something. Is that me ordering Simone around, treating her like
I don't believe
an intern?
Enough of his nonsense.
Rami's upset. Rami doesn't appreciate being misrepresented.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Warehouse Paint is where the local pros go for all of their paint project needs. Enjoy same-day turnarounds, same-day color matching, color consultation services, and free job site deliveries. With a large in-stock selection of PPG and Benjamin Moore paints and stains, and an expert sales team that is here to help, Warehouse Paint has exactly what you need to complete your next project. Visit warehousepaint.com to find a store near you. That's warehousepaint.com.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187 or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current. Roseville Electric provides you with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. Whether you're looking to go electric, reduce your carbon footprint, or simply save on your monthly energy bill, Roseville Electric has a solution for you. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, the A's are hoping that outfielder Brent Rooker is a classic late bloomer. After a storied career at Mississippi State, the Twins made him a high pick back in 2017. But now the A's are his fourth organization. But at the age of 28, he's making the most of playing every day. Through the games of April 17th, he was batting .324 with 4 homers and 11 RBIs.
You can't host movie night on your phone's hotspot. It's time for real home internet on the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. New customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet for just $25 a month for 2 years during our Xfinity 10G network launch celebration, now through April 23rd. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $80. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Hanley's Western Wear, and Quick Pack Car Wash.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Carmichael Dave here, welcoming back my dear friends at Fire Wings. 21 different flavors. I had 4 of those 21 Saturday for the game, watching with the family. As always, breaded Malaysian curry. Yeah, you better bet I got that curry. Knocked it out of the park, too. Go to firewings.com to make your order. That's what we did. We ordered 2 hours in advance, picked it up. There's nothing better for the game than Fire Wings. Check out the locations nearest you. Fire Wings, just wing it.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3 as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Coming up later on today's show, Kings color analyst Katie Christensen joins us at 8. The mayor of Sacramento, Darryl Steinberg, joins us at 8:27, and former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9 from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any of those interviews, they'll be up later today at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Ooh, it almost sounds like the Florida State song.
Like I said, I have a T-shirt out of the old Sactown Sports Prize Closet for anybody that can actually get what song this is.
Is it Oh Holy Night?
No.
Dang it, that was my guess. I'm out. Jason?
Something from Rudy?
Same.
Mighty Ducks?
You're in the ballpark, especially for a period of time.
Hey, you're in the ballpark because this is safe or out.
Ladybugs?
Again, same time.
Safe or out? Brought to you by Nobody Yet. Hey, advertisers, would you like to sponsor this segment? Call Scott Marsh at 923-6800, area code 916, and sponsor it today, where we talk about baseball and stuff that happens in the world of baseball.
Yeah, got a lot of people watching and listening.
A lot of them. Almost in the triple digits.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all want to get into the segment now? Or are we
Jay Mars, back to you.
Clayton Kershaw notched his 200th win last night in a victory over the Mets. Safe or out, Kershaw is the best pitcher of the last 20 years.
Baseball. Clayton Kershaw, probably my favorite Dodger of all time, which isn't saying a lot, but I do like me. I have a lot of respect for Clayton Kershaw. I guess my only thing would be this: is Justin Verlander on line one? I'm trying to think it through here.
Let me look.
Is he not? Is he not? Let's take a look here. Clayton Kershaw and Justin Verlander. They're both really good. Okay, so that's number one.
Nice
they're both really good. But unfortunately, I'm looking at their batting statistics right now and can't find their pitching statistics. So without any, I can tell you this much: Justin Verlander has made almost exactly $10 million more than Clayton Kershaw. He's been in the league since 2005 to Clayton Kershaw's 2008. I'm going to go with Justin Verlander for no other reason other than he's made more money. Back to you.
Yeah, I'm going to go out as well. But for other reasons, I mean, if you're going other active guys, I'd throw in Max Scherzer there. I think Scherzer has more career wins. Wainwright's been great. I mean, these are guys. Kershaw's been incredible. But then if they say 20 years, I feel like now you can bring in Maddox and Randy Johnson. I know they were at the end of their careers.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's out.
I just want to know why I can't bring up pitching statistics for these guys at all. I'm looking at StatHead Baseball. It's a comparison of the two players. And
who has the better hitting stats? We'll let that be the determination.
Clayton Kershaw is batting 162, Verlander 100.
162 is not bad.
Kershaw has one more home run, 1-0
Nope.
lifetime.
That home run came against the Giants on an opening day game.
This might seal it. Clayton Kershaw for his career, 113 hits. Justin Verlander, 5.
There you go. Kershaw's better.
Now,
All right, let's move on.
Might have something to do with the leagues, but that's fine. Back to you.
Safe or out?
After a loss to the Marlins last night, the Giants are tied with the Rockies and Nationals for the fewest wins in the National League with 5. Safe or out? At this rate, Gabe Kapler won't finish the season as Giants manager.
I mean, I'm gonna say out. I think because I don't know if I'll go back to something I know: food. Jason, if you open up a restaurant, you're a super talented cook, chef, whatever. It's Jason by the river. Ross is by the river.
Yeah.
And here's what's available to you from food suppliers: poop and sardines and old bread. And Fermunda cheese.
With the Giants roster. I mean, it's nothing that is like great, but that's a little disrespectful. They have a much better roster than 5 wins, in my opinion.
I don't doubt it either, but there's also
I'd work on my branding. Change my branding for my restaurant.
I just sometimes you got to look at the ingredients. Like who was it? Frank Vogel. Remember how amazing he was when the Lakers won that bubble title and keeping them together? Yeah, he was gone not that long after, and that has a lot to do with other stuff. So I don't know. You can replace Gabe Kapler if you want, but why? What? So you can finish third?
Yeah.
I say out.
I say out too. I think he'll make it. I think it's the roster that he's been given. I think he had a great year 2 years ago. I think that gives him a little bit longer of a leash. But, man, it started okay for the Giants. Now it's really plummeted. But, yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
Safe or out?
Speaking of good Bay Area baseball, the Oakland A's have moved to an MLB worst 3-15 and have the worst average attendance in baseball. Safe or out? This is working out exactly how ownership had hoped.
Yeah, it's that safe. And I saw something yesterday online. I was talking to an A's fan friend of mine. They're organizing like I don't know, a show up rally or something. It's basically the idea is A's fans pack the park and show that they still really are there, and they bring signs and chant and bang the drums and all that stuff. Now, I am the absolute last person in the world to judge or mock any fan base trying to save their team or make a difference. And I'm being dead serious about this. I applaud A's fans for A, still being A's fans, and B, trying to do something. It's just the absolute, in my opinion, it's the absolute wrong thing to do. Number one, they'll get more people out there than normal. So you're going to get, 6,000 instead of 3,000? So what that will do is highlight how little – it's actually going to highlight how few A's fans there are that care enough.
What if the point was – what if they got 30,000?
If they got 30,000, there's absolutely –
then it's worth doing it?
I would say that makes a difference. Okay. Yeah, but there's literally zero chance of that happening. Yeah. They're going to get 3 or they're going to get 6, 9, 10, whatever, number one. Number two, real quick, if there's an A's fan listening that knows any of these organizers – if you really want to do something truly, find out who their sponsors are and start picketing their front doors. I'm talking about the front doors of their businesses. You need to go after the sponsors, embarrass them, picket every gap that's in the Bay Area. Find out what community John Fisher lives in. And obviously, I would never say go to his house, but
one of your gated ones, I'm
go
sure.
And be outside the gate. Make him embarrassed and uncomfortable and piss off their salespeople. That's how you make a difference from that point of view. That's what you do. Smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I mean, seemingly what management wants is someone to build a park for them for free. I mean, right? Or
sort of.
In some way, shape, or form, and save money on their business operations and then either move to Vegas or get what they want in Oakland. But neither one seems to be moving at any kind of rate at this point.
By the way, Joe Lacob wants to buy the A's as a stand.
Let him have it.
We'll take a break when we come back last night in the NBA playoffs. And I've got for you the absolute worst take from yesterday. Confirmed. And it involves your Sacramento Kings. We'll play it next.
The Sacramento Kings have taken a commanding 2-0 lead over the Golden State Warriors.
They end up winning it by 8.
Can the best road team in the West go into Chase Center Thursday night and get a win in Game 3 over the defending champs? Our coverage begins with Cattles and Rami live from the Golden One Center at 2 p.m. with tip-off at 7 from San Francisco.
On your home for the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports first round coverage is brought to you by National Garage Door. Doors fit for a king.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on for Ram Truck Month, Chad?
Big savings and even better financing. Save up to $11,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Plus, financing as low as 1.9%. That's thousands more in savings on the truck you've always wanted. And we have over 400 new Ram trucks available, so you're sure to find your perfect truck.
Well, what if we're looking to save a few bucks at the pump?
We've got you covered there, too, with up to $14,000 in net savings when you lease a 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe for only $459 a month for 36 months and only $19.95 due at signing. This is easily one of the best plug-in hybrids you can get.
And that is why Hoblet has so many great customer reviews. They make you feel like family. Stop by for a test drive today or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
11,500 total net savings after 5,500 factory rebates and 6,000 dealer discount. Rebates include 2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital qualify. 500 on-the-job uplift for business owners. Special 1.9% financing available for 36 months on free credit through Chrysler Capital. 14,000 total net savings for lessee only. Includes 3,000 My Card lease bonus cash. 7,500 hybrid electric Fed tax credit rebate. Plus 3,500 Hoblet discount. 10,000 miles per year. 25 cents per mile in excess. 5 each net savings. See dealer for details.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton and Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own one report.
The clock is ticking. Get off the bench and head down to Fasteners Tool Outlet, where you'll find the lowest prices on Milwaukee power tools and much more. Why pay more at a big box store? Get a triple double at Fasteners Tool Outlet with weekly and monthly specials, including up to 50% off select hand tools, batteries, power tools, and fasteners. Whether you're looking for a new pack-out box, woodworking equipment, or a Milwaukee impact driver, Fasteners Tool Outlet has the tools you need to do the job. Make a slam dunk with Fasteners Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road, or on the web at fastenersinc.net.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on your local sports leader,
Sactown Sports.
I'm absolutely reveling in Warrior tears right now. Honestly, it's quite crazy to see a fan base unravel. But when you have listen, this happens to all fan bases that experience success like that. It would happen to us. When you're a dynasty, when you have won so much, you get a certain amount of entitlement, privilege, if you will. You expect to be taken care of. You expect the calls to go your way.
Right.
You expect it. And if it doesn't happen, I mean, certainly don't blame Draymond Green. God forbid. Don't do that. Don't blame Draymond. He was just trying to step over Sabonis, who very clearly took out a machete and was trying to slice Draymond's Achilles while on the ground.
Now you see it.
Yeah, you see it now. It's honestly funny. The media and the fans are just melting down so hard. I didn't blame everybody but Draymond. Not his fault. But Bay Area reactions yesterday, those were not even as clowny as this. I don't even know who this is, but I know it's on Stadium, which I think, isn't that like where Shams Charania is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's not, Shams had nothing to do. I'm just saying that's like Stadium. When I think of Stadium, the only thing I think of is Shams. Like that's their star. I don't know who this guy is, except I think he's a football analyst who should probably stick to that. You know, when you experience success, you get haters. And that's expected, and that's normal. And by the way, Kings have just simply won 2 postseason games. No one's lifting any trophies.
That's true.
What I didn't expect was for this to have haters at all, but yet here we are. And when by me saying here we are, I say I should probably unmute my computer. And yes, here we are.
Here's the thing. Tired of the gimmick. I thought it was played out earlier this year when they originally started doing it. Now this is a legitimate organization with a legitimate team out there that's extremely competitive. You don't have to do the gimmicks anymore. I'm not trying to hear that this is a new tradition. It's not. Okay? So stop it. Just play the games, win like regular people do, go back in the locker room, do what you're doing there, stop lighting the beam. The arena's full. You don't have to do any more gimmicks to get people to come. They're coming to see the team now. They're not coming for the beam anymore, so you can stop.
That's aggressive.
Here's the thing.
Okay. We won't spend too much time on this other than just to kind of point it out. You have a guy who I'm assuming has probably never been to a Kings game. Maybe could pick out Sacramento on a map. Who's getting mad at the beam?
Right.
Like, it's a gimmick. Well, first off, it's a gimmick.
Yeah, agreed.
No one's denying that.
Right. But everybody here likes it.
Who would get mad at the beam?
Right.
It's the beam.
It's a symbol of success on the night of a competition. So if they win, they light the beam. People, that's why they're coming. They're coming to see the team play.
Yeah.
It's the statement of, you don't need to do it anymore. People are already coming to the game. Well, it's a playoff game. That place is going to be filled regardless. But part of the lore of this season has been the beam.
Yes.
And it's a saying that's
great.
Literally, I don't know. Even if I don't know if it's a catchphrase, but literally you and I could see each other at the game. Hey, have fun. Light the beam. Like it's like a greeting, like basically good luck to the Kings, right? Enjoy your night, light the beam.
Should Chicago stop flying the W after Cubs games? Should, I don't know, Boston stop singing Sweet Caroline?
No.
Should Santa stop visiting houses on Christmas?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who gets mad at the beam? Or you don't see him lighting it after a loss.
No, you're right.
That is correct.
It's celebratory.
It is a celebratory. It's a purple laser that goes into the sky.
Yeah.
And by the way, every year the Kings have had the beam, they've made the playoffs. I'm a little superstitious about that too. Now, if in 4 years the 30 and 52 Kings have the beam going, but even then people have asked that before. What happens if they're not good? I don't know. Then light the beam 30 times.
You're still happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Who
He
cares?
said it's not a new tradition. It is new.
And I tell people this all the time. If you haven't experienced it downtown at a game, especially with a child,
yeah.
Dude, I took Isaiah to 2 Kings games this year. Do you know how badly he wanted to sprint out of that place to go see the beam?
Yes.
It's whimsical, I say.
Yes.
It's to the point, too, guys, where we are so close to the Kings, so we know, I don't know that we know everything, but we feel like we're so connected, we're so consumed by it. But to the point where, Dave, you were talking to that person the other day, you were giving an example, like, oh, are the playoffs over? Like, they just had no idea what was going on in sports. But I'm going to guess, just to guess, I could be wrong, that they've heard of the beam.
Yeah.
And so I've told you this before, I had people earlier during the season that I didn't even know cared or heard anything about this, but they would go, hey, light the beam. I'm like, wait, you've heard of that?
Yeah.
That we're out of town? Like, I didn't even think they would, just even comprehend what that even meant.
I remember when
I can't believe they're telling me that, saying, hey, light the beam. Like,
it's great.
What do you know about that?
Remember the rally monkey?
Yeah.
That was great.
Right.
Wasn't my rally monkey.
Yeah.
Well, for my team, it was
I
cool.
knew what it meant.
Yes.
I wasn't an Angels fan.
What's his face? He hurt himself. Reliever, Mets, the entrance.
Oh, gosh, yes.
That's awesome.
Edwin Diaz?
Thank you. God, that's awesome.
Yes.
I have no love for the Mets. It makes people happy.
Jason, I mean, you're a lifelong Yankees fan. When you heard Enter the Sandman, it's like, it's a wrap, right?
Yeah.
You're going nuts.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's going to happen. You know what's coming up next? Hey, that silly chain they put around everyone's necks for the defense. Just grow up and play bat.
Yeah, why do you need a chain? Why do you got to celebrate playing good defense? You're an NBA basketball player. You make millions of dollars. You be playing good defense anyways. You're right. That's definitely on its way.
It's 100%.
And it's a motivator for the other team. I know there was a game the day that Stockton Kings played before the Kings. Remember they had that doubleheader late in the year was when the Kings were playing the Suns. Chris Paul apparently went to the Stockton Kings game and saw people around there. He's like, I'm telling you one thing, you're not lighting that beam tonight. Now the Kings did, but I mean, he knew about it. Like, it's a motivator. Like, you guys aren't putting that on for us. We're going to no beam tonight. Well, that's part of competition.
Yeah, let the beam on your face, Chris.
Bird and Magic didn't need a beam to get up for Game 3.
But if they had one, they would have used
it. Their gimmick was that parquet floor that every
Dead
other
spots.
bounce of the ball would go some weird angle.
No air conditioning.
No air. Yeah, right. Exactly. Showers, no hot water. Come on now.
That's when real men played basketball.
I think the beam, honestly, I personally believe this. Truly, I think they've only scratched the surface. I think there should be an actual button that just absolutely turns the inside of the arena into this crazy thing. And then I think there should be lasers at center court that fire up through the sky.
Okay, but what about sharks with laser beams?
Dude, 100,000%, bro. Like, somebody said it in the chat, and I agree with this. Honestly, the worst part, there's one bad thing about the beam. This is a fact. It is a spoiler alert if somebody DVR'd the game. That's it.
Factual.
You're walking around and, man, I had the fourth quarter on DVR.
Sorry.
I know we're supposed to talk about last night's playoffs. Celtics, Cavs evened it up 1-1. That game, the fact that he had his starters in down 21 with about 2 minutes left, and Julius Randle almost got a career ender. Just absolutely idiotic of Tom Thibodeau, who's a good coach. 123-109, Suns win. They even up that series as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, another award, this one expected, and it may be the first of 2 days in a row, I believe, of awards for the Sacramento Kings. The first of many, I would hope. Congratulations, De'Aaron Fox. We'll celebrate him next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce, such as child custody and property division, among many others. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant or harder to follow. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell. We're a partner men can count on.
500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Cordell.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg at the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Wednesday forecast starts out quite cool. Grab that jacket as you head out the door. Into the afternoon, mainly sunny skies expected. Temperatures a little warmer today with highs in the mid-60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Make your New Year's resolutions yet? Let me help. Trade out of that old car and into something safe and reliable, like a new Folsom Lake Kia with a low payment. Shop Folsom Lake Kia, family owned for over 20 years.
Since the 1950s, Warehouse Paint has been helping local homeowners and professionals bring color to life. Whether it's painting your home's exterior, repainting kitchen cabinets, or finding the perfect accent color, Warehouse Paint's expert team is here to help. You'll find a great selection of PPG and Benjamin Moore paints, along with local service you can trust. With 5 Sacramento area stores, Warehouse Paint is ready to help bring your next paint project to life. Visit warehousepaint.com for a store near you.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, the A's are hoping that outfielder Brent Rooker is a classic late bloomer. After a storied career at Mississippi State, the Twins made him a high pick back in 2017. But now the A's are his 4th organization. But at the age of 28, he's making the most of playing every day. Through the games of April 17th, he was batting .324 with 4 homers and 11 RBIs.
You can't host movie night on your phone's hotspot. It's time for real home internet on the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. New customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet for just $25 a month for 2 years during our Xfinity 10G network launch celebration, now through April 23rd. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Ed Singh, a mental performance consultant, years ago revealed the 5 biggest mental mistakes we golfers make. First, we think about our thinking. Even the best golfers have insecure thinking, but they don't concern themselves when those thoughts arise. Second, we blame external sources for our feelings. Rather than let a missed putt or tough weather affect us, we need to get more in control. Third, we believe that positive thoughts are better than negative thoughts. You'll think, well, I'm playing great, and then things begin to spiral down. Stay cool and always come back to the shot at hand. 4, we focus on the past or future. We can only experience what we focus on at the moment. So if focused on the past or future, you can't experience flow, satisfaction, or the present. Last, the zone is our true nature. Look at kids who are always in the moment with no strategy to get there. As my friend Paul says, putt like a child. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $80. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Hanley's Western Wear, and Quick Hot Car Wash.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision crafted performance is at your fingertips.
Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3 as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109, Suns 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Coming up later on today's show, Kings color analyst Katie Christensen joins us at 8. The mayor of Sacramento, Darryl Steinberg, joins us at 8:27. And former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9 from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any of those interviews, they'll be up later today at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I was surprised for the simple fact that he got tossed last night. I don't have any proof. I think his histrionics running around the gym, doing this with the commissioner in the building, I think that's why they I think that's personally why he got suspended.
That could be part of it, just like his history of unsportsmanlike
acts. Because he did the same thing last time, running around the gym when he got tossed in Memphis, running around doing that.
That's when he took Brandon Clark.
Yeah. So I think that's, like I say, I'm still surprised. But what really bothers me about this whole thing, to be honest with you, we're taken away from the fact that the Sacramento Kings are just kicking their ass. That's what bothers me. For the first time in a long time, the Sacramento Kings have had a fabulous season and a terrific team. And we're going to be talking about this. I don't know what's going to happen in the game the next couple nights, but what we're taking away from is the great job. We just interviewed the most clutch player in the NBA. He's going to win Coach of the Year. De'Aaron Fox and Mike Brown. And we're talking about this junk because let's get one thing straight. They have outplayed the Golden State Warriors
in the first two games.
Yes,
Sacramento.
And we're not even talking about that. We're going to be talking because obviously this is going to be the number one thing on talk shows tomorrow. It was on talk shows all day today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the question is, do you think the league will suspend him?
Yes, and like I say, I'm surprised he got suspended, but we need, I hate this taken away from what the Sacramento Kings are doing.
That's Charles Barkley last night. And he's right on a lot of that. It is going to dominate. It's all over Bay Area radio right now. KNBR and whatever that bootleg KNBR, they're both yammering about it. We're yammering about it. And on one hand, I am tempted, Jason, to do the whole, we should not be talking about Draymond Green. We should be talking about this. And I get that.
Yeah, but it's a big story.
This is the playoffs. Yeah. It's what happens.
Yeah.
There's storylines.
Absolutely.
It happens if you want the spotlight, if you want to be successful, if you want to win, guess what? Haters are going to come with that. bad fans on both sides. You're going to have bad takes on both sides. It's part of the fun. It's tremendous content for everybody. Yeah. And, of course, we always want to hear from you, 1-800-920-1140. But we did have a great piece of news last night.
Yes.
De'Aaron Fox, clutch player of the year. I think other than Mike Brown getting coach of the year, or you could argue even more, this was maybe the most expected award of the season for the Kings.
Yeah, I just love, look, this is year one of it. So he wins the inaugural one. I think that's so cool. Yes. You can't, no Kings player can win the first of anything else unless new awards get created like this. But you would never turn down an award, but I like this one. I think it's a really cool honor. We've always tried to define clutch. Well, they've done it. There's metrics with points scored in the last 5 minutes of a close game. I know there was some controversy even before this series started. I think it was the Warriors TV voice, Bob Fitzgerald, that said something along the lines of, well, I mean, if you're in so many close games,
right?
There's some facts behind that even too, but I know that, rubbed people the wrong way. Still, the bottom line is what fourth quarter Fox meant and what he meant to this team and how many big moments he had. He deserved the award.
He did. And when you look at the voting, it was 3 votes away from being unanimous. 91 first place votes, 1 second place vote, 2 third place votes. I honestly want to know who are the 2 people that voted him third? Right. Honestly, who are the 2 people that voted him third? And I'm trying to see here if I can honestly see how many people total voted, because if assuming he was on every first, second, or third place ballot, that means 94 people voted. I just honestly want to see if somebody left him off first, second, or third completely. 460 total votes. You get 5 for first, 3 for second, 1 for third. 460 for De'Aaron Fox. Second place at 104 was Jimmy Butler, then DeMar DeRozan at 80.
Easy win.
Easy. Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised, and it was, probably a combination of lack of team success, but also, the year he had and missing some games. But Kyrie Irving all the way down in like 10th or something, which I want to say, didn't Kyrie have the most? Was it the most total fourth quarter?
Well, at one point he leapfrogged over De'Aaron, but I don't know if at the very end if De'Aaron asked him or not. But and then it's also just carried over. De'Aaron's done that well in the first game and game 2. Scored a lot in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, coach of the year will be announced today, along with 6th man of the year, Mike Brown. Honestly, I think it's going to probably look a little something like this. Mike Brown he's already won the, somebody asked earlier what the other, when it was announced last week, that wasn't the NBA one. That was like the Coaches Association.
Yeah, something like that.
And he won that handily. I imagine he will be announced. Mark Daniel and Joe Mazzulla will probably be somewhere around 2nd or 3rd in some particular order. So here, the one that listen, De'Aaron was going to win clutch. Mike Brown's winning Coach of the year. In looking at just about every publication's All-NBA, you have De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis somewhere on the All-NBA 2nd or 3rd team. They both should make All-NBA. The only one that really, for me, has any sort of cliffhanger-iness is Exec.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one that I feel about as passionately about as any of them. I really hope Monty McNair and Wes Wilcox and that whole crew, they all get their flowers. Because when you look at everything that has happened, you got to reward the architect.
Yeah. Well, they're getting them from fans, from us, from media, but you want the acknowledgement kind of across the league. The actual hardware would be great. And everybody knows the kind of job they've done. They've been incredible. This whole season has been almost surreal. So I hope they clean up on all those awards.
I do too. In the meantime, you've got that. It's not an MVP, but it is an extremely special.
That's a great award.
It absolutely is. And De'Aaron said this. His wife Rasay said this, and I couldn't agree with it more. Doing the right thing, being humble, crediting teammates, coaches, all that. But Luke Laux, Florida State's Luke Laux, got to put that in there, who went out and what was it, Italy? They were wherever they were on their honeymoon and went out there and started working out with him in the summertime. By the way, credit to Luke Laux for going out there, but also credit to De'Aaron. And let's be honest, anyone who's married, credit to Rasay for being like, hey, I know it's our honeymoon, but you've got work to do. Yeah. I think if Jason Barrett, the consultant, asked to come out on my honeymoon and work with me on going to break on time and being a better show host. I think my wife would look at me like I had a phallus growing off my forehead and say, yeah, no, not happening. So really a lot of credit. It takes a village.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if you go on another honeymoon, Jason Barrett can go.
You
would invite him.
I would
Your
be
wife
fine.
would.
I'd be fine with that. Melissa is probably
not signing up for that one.
Not signing up for that.
What if he brings a nice gift?
Then I think she would accept it graciously and then point him directly to the local hotel. There you go, Jason. Have a blast.
Well done.
Have an absolute blast.
Well, what a dream year, though, for Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, the way this has played out as far as the wins, getting to the postseason, shining so far in the postseason, all-star game, this acknowledgement. And now I love, too, like almost everybody universally is saying the same thing when they're doing even like national highlights, Kings highlights. For those of you that don't know about De'Aaron Fox, you are now know. It's like, okay, we've known, but that's okay. I'm glad he's getting his shine now.
I am too, on all levels, and really, I'm truly so happy for him because he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And as the guy that was yammering at the front office to trade him last February, this is where, are you a narrative fan or are you a Kings fan, and are you a human being fan? Because that Halliburton trade took a lot of guts. But in the end, and Vlade Divac said this before Monty, and Monty has said this since then, we're not trading De'Aaron. You guys are smoking. I'm paraphrasing there. For the front office to have the, I don't know whether you call it loyalty or intelligence or whatever it is to stick with De'Aaron, but also for De'Aaron. Think about that. For De'Aaron to stick through 7 years of crap and really embrace the city, the fan base, not with bluster, not with huge proclamations, just we're going to work our tail off for you. And he's never asked out. He's never hinted at asking out. Remember when he signed with Clutch? And I was like, oh my God, he's leaving. He's always stayed true to form, and he's always, he's always ridden for this city. So to see him really, I mean, honestly, more than anyone, because he's been here longer than anyone.
Right.
To see him get, we saw Jason Thompson. It's like, oh my God, you went through all the years and had no success. Well, De'Aaron went through 7. And a lot of players would have asked out by then. He didn't. So he deserves every flower and then some, and then another bouquet and then stuff on top of that. And I honest to God, could not be happier for him and the whole family. Good for them. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got 3 for Madness brought to you by Fire Wings. Thank you for that, Jay, in the notes. Draymond Green suspended. Not sure if you heard about that. We'll talk about that. A possibility of a game 5 and what should happen there. Also, let's try to look at other playoffs. Are there even other playoff series? I don't know. But as we drive towards a championship, or at least a first round win, you hope, what are you driving in? Is it a nice big truck? Should be. Well, where do you get a truck? Where might you get yourself a truck to drive? How about Hobble? What was that? What was that, Dave? How about Hobble Dodge? Right now. Big savings. But even better financing. Save up to $11,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Big Orange Crew Cab 4x4s, plus financing as low as 1.9%. And you know what? That's thousands. Thousands, I say, more in savings on the truck you've always wanted. And they have over 400 new Ram trucks available, so you're sure to find your perfect truck. You want to save some bucks at the pump? How about get that Jeep Wrangler Sahara Hybrid 2023? Get 14 grand off. 14,000 in savings. Think about that. $459 a month, 36 months, $19.95. Do it. Signing. It's easily one of the best plug-in hybrids you can get, and that's one of many, many, many reasons why Hoblet has so many great customer reviews. They make you feel like family. Stop by, why don't you? Stop by for a test drive today, or search, select, and save through the whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. No hassle, no pressure, ever. Dealership. Go search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection. Period. Right now, brought to you by Fire Wings. It's 3 for Madness.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Hi.
Wow, you finally acknowledged me this morning. Thank you.
That's not true.
This is the first time you said hi to me.
Is that true?
Yes.
And
you were here early today.
Well, let me tell you something. As much as I want to counter and argue with you, I just honestly, there's something kind of. I actually kind of enjoy the fact that you're keeping scoreboard. I respect.
It's not that I keep scoreboard. I
that.
just happen to notice it.
I respect that,
especially on days you're early.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, what's new? Everything good?
Yeah, man. How's the wife and kids? How's Gus?
Yeah, they're still there. Gus is much better. I'm happy to report he had his first zoomies yesterday, and that was the last little domino to fall.
What are zoomies?
What are zoomies? Well, zoomies for a dog like Gus or many other dogs is when pretty much apropos of nothing, the dog decides just to run full speed around the house or backyard at breakneck speed out of nowhere. And Gus usually gets a couple of those a day. Just
I didn't know Gus had that gear.
Oh, Gus has a big time gear. And, excuse me. And then he usually throws up and then starts zooming again. He's doing much, much better.
Gus sounds dramatic.
Gus, oh, God. Gus is he's just sitting there like, you do not want me to have these zoomies. I shall throw up on your stupid shoe. I am good. That's how we believe it. I did not want the Kings to win the championship. He's a French bulldog. That's what he does. He has the zoomies and he surrenders. Back to you. Free for Madness.
Speaking of surrendering. With Draymond Green suspended for Game 3 and the Kings up 2-0, would the Warriors winning the series now be considered an upset over the Kings?
Yeah, it would. Actually, no. Yeah, it would. That's not just me saying that. Going over to the Ringer, they have an odds tracker, for example. Now, it's 51-49. The Warriors are slight favorites to win Game 3. But when it comes to the series now, 25% Sacramento sweeps. There's a 25% chance now that Sacramento sweeps, 28% that they win in 5. That means there is a 53% chance that they win this series in 4 or 5, 85% chance that they win the series overall. That is absolutely huge. But also, wonder what the odds were when Cleveland was down 3-1 to the Warriors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything. You got to win 2 more games.
Well, it's weird that the odds for Game 3 are still 51-49 Warriors. So to me, honestly, I think Game 3 can be the rallying cry for the Warriors.
I
if
agree
they
with
somehow
you.
win, which of course they can,
Yes.
then you've won a game without a key figure.
Yep.
You get him back for Game 4. You're still on your home floor. You've got a little bit of series momentum. And then if you win Game 4, now it's 2-2, best of 3. They're the defending champs. They would have all sorts of confidence. I mean, I feel like this is a long way from being over.
If the Warriors come back and win this series, we're going to have a conversation on this show. And Jay, remember the timestamp 7/16 right here on April 19th. If the Warriors come back and win this series, we're going to have a long conversation about, was Draymond Green's suspension the best possible thing that could have happened to the Warriors because it galvanized them.
Yeah.
Chase Center is going to be on fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's be all crap talk aside. These are the defending champions, dynasty, best regular season record ever. Golden State Warriors with 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. They are special. They are amazing. They have earned it. This is not just some team. They are sensing with Draymond Green's contract up, Bob Myers probably leaving, so many other things going on we probably don't know. There is nothing in sports more powerful than the world is against us. And now you have the defending champions coming for blood. The Kings this will by far be the toughest game of the series for them.
I agree. I'll just say this. The Warriors have one half to do that. The whole galvanizing thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
If they come out in the first half, galvanize and they just stomp on the Kings.
You're right.
Watch out. But if the Kings can match up with them in the first half.
Got to stay there.
You're going into halftime, even if you're down 4 or 5. That's a problem for the Warriors.
It's a win for the Kings if you're down 4 or 5. They're the proverbial boxer, the Kings are, that are going to be up against the ropes with their hands up, taking barrage after barrage of punches to start the fight. If they can get there and tire the Warriors out and take the barrage, and by the way, I still think this. If they win Game 3, I think they're going to sweep. I think if they win Game 3, I think the Warriors are going to fold.
That's a fair analysis, I think.
Number 2.
Question 2.
if there's a Game 5 in Sacramento, what former King would you like to see ring the pregame cowbell?
I thought a lot about this. And, oh, by the way, speaking of cowbell, I wanted to say this. I see this on the chat, too. Kings fans going, there's no cowbells at Chase. Just remember that because you walk all the way up, you get through lines, you go to security, you're going to have to toss your cowbell or walk all the way back to the car.
However, you can make cowbell noises with your mouth. There you go.
Maybe get an app on the phone.
Yeah, they have that.
Yeah, you have that. It's just not very loud.
I thought a lot about this question, Jay. I really did. It's a good question, and there's a lot of candidates, and there's probably one better than the one I'm going to bring up. I would say Doug Christie. He's a former King. Check.
Yeah.
He was there for the glory years that we had. Check. And he's an assistant coach, and he's going to be eventually here in about 12 hours. He's going to be part of a coach of the year coaching staff. Lot of choices there. But for me, Doug checks more boxes than anyone else. So there's arguments, but
yeah,
reluctantly is not the right word, but that's who I'm landing on is Doug.
I took some liberties with this question because of I'm doing the same connection of the best of the Kings was the early 2000s. Now this feels like the next comp. If it's Game 5, and if we believe what we all believe that tonight Coach Brown's going to be named Coach of the Year, he gets his award. It's handed to him by Rick Adelman, and he rings that bell.
That's, you know what?
That
I was just
will
thinking
actually
players.
have the crowd in tears.
I was actually just thinking players. You're absolutely, that's the right answer. Honest, and I'll add to it. Just saying, if you could have, if you have Jeff Petrie on one side, Rick Adelman on the other,
phenomenal.
Ring it because won't executive of the year?
Oh, it might be.
So I'm 100% on
there
board.
We go.
By the way, there's more of a chance of actually Gus ringing the bell at Game 5 than those two. But well, at least one.
It's worth asking.
But yeah.
Okay, I'll give you my answers because I think it is a possibility. It's I'm going back and forth on this because it's one of these two guys, and I'm going to land on one. But one thing I've always enjoyed about, and it's kind of what makes being a fan of this team special, is even in the bad years, you have guys that the fans just lock on and guys that fall in love with the city. I would love to see Isaiah Thomas ring the Game 5 bell. He's been on socials. He's always, to this day, still shows love to Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then the other guy I was going with, too, that still shows love, and you see it all over socials, is Harry Giles. Again, didn't have a long tenure.
He popped up yesterday on socials,
yeah,
as a matter of fact.
But I think IT, I think IT deserves a moment with Kings fans like that, where he is the center of attention.
Can we just get them all?
Every single.
How about every living ex-King in the area? Like, he just had like 75 ex-Kings.
Harold Presley.
Yes. Mark Olberding's in there.
Our own Henry Turner.
I don't think Joe Klein's in the area, but we could fly him in. What's he doing?
You know who's in the area? Is Chilcutt's in the area. Pete Chilcutt.
Right.
Jim Lass.
Jim 100%. So he'd be like, I'm good with that. Number 3.
Question 3.
Outside of the Kings Warriors, what's been the most entertaining first round series so far?
I mean, there haven't been a lot. I would have said Cavs Knicks, and I still think in the end that's probably going to be the second most entertaining series, probably. But God, the Cavs just stomped on them yesterday.
Yeah, but Thibodeau makes it entertaining no matter what.
Yeah, he did. Maybe since Clippers.
Yeah, I think we need more games. I mean, they've only had a handful that have played 2 games. We need these things to get. Well, you've got 3 2-0s. You got a couple of 1-1s. I think as the series go on, Lakers-Memphis still could be great. I don't know how that'll all go forward, but my answer would be Clippers-Suns at this moment.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. We'll take a break. When we come back, remember, we got Katie at 8. We got the mayor at 8:27. Kenny Thomas at 9 on an Analyst Wednesday. When we come back, the big talk, though, Draymond Green suspended for Game 3, and the Bay Area is melting down. 1-800-920-1140. Share your thoughts. We'll be right back.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg at the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Wednesday forecast starts out quite cool. Grab that jacket as you head out the door. Into the afternoon, mainly sunny skies expected. Temperatures a little warmer today with highs in the mid-60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Treat yourself to a new car in the new year. Shop Folsom Lake Kia for your favorite Kia model. Low interest rates, low payments, even zero down deals with approved credit. Over 20 years right here in Sacramento. That's Folsom Lake Kia.
Yes, we do have availability. Those dates for how many guests?
Andrea's Boutique Hotel is the destination to tie the knot.
Oh, you want the whole property.
She needs an assistant to catch the bookings bouquets.
249 guests, huh? Oh, and 3 dogs.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Skeeter here, Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. Hey, it's my favorite week of the year, Mosquito Awareness Week. Yep, the spring and warm weather means the little suckers are starting to breed and bite. Gotcha. So it's time to fight the bite. Once a week, drain standing water from flower pots, bird baths, dog dishes, and at dawn and dusk, start using insect repellent outside and wear long clothes, because these skeeters are out for blood.
The Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite. For more information, go to fightthebite.net.
Hey, basketball fans, the playoffs are here, and Sacramento's ready to win it all. And while you're cheering them on, you're going to want a nice, cool home to watch those games in. That's why you should call Fox Family Heating and Air for all of your air conditioning repair needs. With our amazing technicians and lifetime warranty on most repairs, we'll make sure that your home stays cool and comfortable for the playoffs. So come on, beat the buzzer and call Fox Family Heating and Air today.
Fox Family Heating and Air.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3 as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Coming up later on today's show, Kings color analyst Katie Christensen joins us at 8. The mayor of Sacramento, Darryl Steinberg, joins us at 8:27. And former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9. From the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any of those interviews, they'll be up later today at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
We talked about Draymond Green yesterday and what we expected to happen, and it was very close. On the head of a pin as to whether or not he would be suspended. In the end, I thought the fact that – no, listen, just because Adam Silver was there doesn't mean he got suspended. Let's not overplay that. They have video.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's Joe Dumars that makes the decisions. But in the end, and that's what we said yesterday, I think what happened after was almost as bad to the NBA as what happened during. Sabonis grabbed the ankle? Probably.
Yeah.
Draymond stomped?
Yep.
Definitely. But then Draymond getting up on a chair, calling out to the crowd, Draymonding, combined with Draymond's past transgressions, there's your suspension. And he has been suspended for Game 3. By the way, let me be clear about this. I'm not happy about that at all. I know that it is making Warrior fan and especially Bay Area media, because that's what they've got to do, thinking that Kings fans and media are just pining first. No, I don't want them to have any excuses. I want it to be like asking for an injury. I don't want that. I don't want them to have excuses, Jason.
No, and here's how I would try to look at it if this was flipped. So based on really the wording of the press release, which I think is done for a reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, they looked at it. They looked at the act and how I don't have the exact phrasing, Dave, but it was based on past transgression. Mm-hmm. So there's a history here. So let's flip this and say, I don't know, Sabonis in another game in the playoffs. I doubt it'll be an ankle, but an arm, or wrap someone's arm and then there results in an elbow and technical. I'm telling you, I think Sabonis will have the same kind of thing happen to him because now there is a little bit of a pattern.
Yeah.
So at that point, I would actually then be upset at Sabonis.
Sure.
Now, as much as there's a anger, like I don't think people ever want to put fault at the person that's responsible. It's like the league is ruining this.
Ruining.
Well, there is a reputation from Draymond. And if you look at it from that way, and if I was a Warrior fan, I would say, look, Draymond, you're terrific. You're a great player. You have helped. You've been instrumental in these 4 championships. But in this series, you missed the most important part of Game 2, a game that could have been won, and now a critical Game 3, you're out. Now, the team can still win, but you are a starter, a franchise piece to this equation, and you've missed a winnable Game 2 at the end, the last 7 minutes, and all of Game 3. I'd be frustrated, sure, at the league, but at some point, if you're being punished because of your reputation, you got to clean up your reputation.
Yeah, but that will never happen because people like that blame everybody else but themselves.
Right.
2016. It's when he took a swipe at LeBron James's undercarriage during Game 4 of the 2016 finals. The NBA reviewed the situation, assessed a flagrant foul, forcing him to sit out Game 5, which Cleveland won to cut the Warriors' lead in the series 3-2. We all know how that series ended. He effectively cost them a championship.
Yeah.
In 2016, the West Finals, you may remember, even more egregious, he nailed Steven Adams right in the junk. That was a flagrant one, and obviously that's an accumulates. 2022, West semifinals, was ejected from Game 1 of the Warriors series with the Grizzlies when he hit Brandon Clark in the face with a block attempt, then pulled him down, tearing his jersey. Now, by the way, it's just in the sake of fairness. It looked like he did kind of try to break Clark's fall. I remember that play on the way down, so I don't want to completely crap on the guy, but still. 2022 NBA Finals, Game 2. He put his feet on Jaylen Brown while both were on the ground. following a Green foul, tugging on Brown's shorts as he tried to get up. There are real big, and then just kind of, and oh, by the way, there's another 1,000 plays over the years, regular season and playoffs, that have just been not great.
But where's the list for Clay?
Where's the
for
list?
Looney?
Right.
There's not.
There isn't.
It's Draymond, and so there is. And the other thing people will tell you, coaches will tell you, at the end, this was something where you put it in someone else's hands. The league had to decide on this on the court. The referees and the officials said, look, a technical for Domantas Sabonis, flagrant 2. It was in someone else's hands.
Yep.
And they ejected Draymond. So now you get to the next level where it goes to the league.
Yeah.
Joe Dumars and it's not just Joe Dumars. There are other people weighing this. And when you put it in someone else's hands, you run the risk. You run the risk of someone else making the decision for you. And that's what's happened here.
Adrian Wojnarowski has just reported, Jay's got it in front of him. Joe Dumars spoke to him. Story coming soon. Here's what he said. Jay.
Oh, sorry. Here's what it came down to.
This is Joe Dumars.
Correct.
This is a quote.
Here's what it came down to. Excessive and over-the-top actions, conduct detrimental, and a repeat offender. That's what separates this where you end up with a suspension.
So let's dissect that, because again, you sounded really smart yesterday if you listen to this program, because this is exactly what it came down to. You don't even really have to read between the lines. Excessive and over-the-top actions. Now, that could be referring to the stomp
and the after,
but I think it's more referring to the after. Conduct detrimental is 100% referring to what happened after.
Correct.
And then, of course, the repeat offender.
Yes.
I'm telling you, had Draymond Green stomped Domantas Sabonis and then gone over to the bench and sat down, I don't think he's suspended.
I agree. And if he went to the post game, I think he was very cavalier in the post game
Yes,
too.
he
Like,
was.
what was I supposed to do? Where was I? He grabbed my foot.
I'm not flexible.
Right.
And if it was, look, if you're constantly you're punishing your child, or you're in a position of discipline, and then the reaction is, you know what, I was wrong. I lost my cool in the heat of the moment. If that was kind of the thing, I think he's playing, because that would be a sign of growth, changing the reputation that I'm talking about. I mean, there's moments of, I mean, this is competitive. I get all of the actions that happened, the aftermath, kind of the what I didn't do it kind of thing.
Yep.
And that's not growth to me. And I think the league's saying the same thing.
Let me try to underline the point in a way we haven't done yet. Let's pretend the stomp never happened. Let's say that Draymond Green received a pass from Klay Thompson on a fast break, two-hand dunk, Warriors on a 10-0 run, go up by 3. Kings call timeout. And everything after the stomp happened exactly the same. But there is no stomp. It was just a dunk. And Draymond goes over to his bench, stands up on the chair, starts swearing at the crowd. Now, again, don't take this out of context. There were drunk people in the crowd that were yelling at Draymond Green, and I'm almost always, I should say, on the side of players. You have a right not to be verbally abused. I was literally in the middle of the whole thing. They're jawing back and forth, all that. But when Draymond gets up on a chair and literally is inviting fans to come down, one fan in particular, he's beckoning the fan to come down and what? Play Parcheesi? Come down and play a game of cards? And he's calling the fan the B word, the P word, and all that. In a vacuum, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But had everything transgressed the same after the alleged stomp, but take the stomp out and make it a dunk, is he suspended? Probably not, but he's probably fined $50,000, and they make a big deal out of that when you combine the two and his previous history. And for anyone whining about, well, his previous history shouldn't be. What?
It's measured. It's
of
part
course.
Of it. It's part of it.
Show me I'll give you a highlight reel or a low light reel of Draymond Green's dirty plays in the league, and then you give me the one with Domantas Sabonis.
Right.
Let's see what happens. And if you're upset that your reputation is making you do time for past transgressions, maybe don't do the thing.
Right. But like I said, Sabonis is now kind of on the list, let's say.
Right.
Like there's something attached to him.
Sure.
So he's got to know that.
And he should be.
Yeah.
And he should be. And you got to try to be fair with this whole thing.
Right.
I'm not happy Draymond Green got suspended. I want to beat their asses full strength. But Draymond has
You also don't want him stomping on a player.
No.
Anybody.
And if I'm a Warrior fan, right, the fan base is going back and forth and media is going back and forth, and I'm here for all that. That's fun. But I have a ton of respect for the Warrior organization and what they've done and the accomplishment. How can you not have respect for that? And if I'm a Warrior fan and if I'm on Bay Area radio right now, it may not be popular. I'm looking directly at Draymond Green and saying, you did it to us again.
Yeah.
You did it again.
Absolutely. There were so many players. There's some great crowd shot or player shots where I think it's Moody's looking at him like, I don't know what to do here.
Right.
Like Iguodala's known him. Curry's known him.
Yes.
Kerr has known him. They didn't stop him. And then the after part, you couldn't have stopped the stomp.
You can't stop him.
That's in the
and
media.
Jordan Poole's over there laughing. What's Jordan Poole going to do? Take
Right.
another one to the chin?
Right.
All right, Kareem, John, I see you. We've got a couple lines open. If you want to talk, now's the time. 1-800-920-1140. That's 1-800-920-1140. When we get back, your phone calls and more Joe Dumars comments coming off of the wire right now. We'll get to it next.
The Sacramento Kings have taken a commanding 2-0 lead over the Golden State Warriors.
They end up winning it by 8.
Can the best road team in the West go into Chase Center Thursday night and get a win in Game 3 over the defending champs? Our coverage begins with Cattles and Rami live from the Golden One Center at 2 p.m. with tip-off at 7 from San Francisco.
On your home for the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports first round coverage is brought to you by National Garage Door. Doors fit for a king.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
We could use all kinds of puns like, are you able to spring into action when the moment is right? But it's a pretty serious problem for any guy who isn't ready. When there's trouble in the bedroom, Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call for your free consultation now at 916-545-7577. That's 916-545-7577.
Ace fans need Friday night plans? Well, we got you covered. Get 4 tickets and parking for any Friday night game starting at just $49 with the Friday 4-pack presented by Chevrolet. Save big and enjoy great matchups, post-game fireworks and drone shows, giveaways, and more this 2023 season.
He drills one to right, way back, and no doubt, and that quickly the A's have taken the lead. Second deck.
Friday night tickets are available at athletics.com/value. That's athletics.com/value.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current. Roseville Electric provides you with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. Whether you're looking to go electric, reduce your carbon footprint, or simply save on your monthly energy bill, Roseville Electric has a solution for you. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course is Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Players love Bartley Kavanaugh's fun design and great mixture of holes. Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. Bartley Kavanaugh offers a great pro shop, help planning your tournament or wedding, and a relaxing outdoor veranda for a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge,
And so many more.
plus a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $80. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Hanley's Western Wear, and Quick Pack Car Wash.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
On Sactown Sports.
So we still have the wait another day. Kings and Warriors tomorrow, minus Draymond Green. Is there more quotes, Dave, coming back from the league and from Joe Dumars?
Yeah, and I want to also address, before we get to the phone lines, which are full. Well, one line open, 1-800-920-1140. I think my favorite wine, because that's really what it is now, is crying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Chardonnay or something.
No. The Crying State Warriors. I think my favorite wine is this. Kings are afraid of Draymond Green. Bro, they're 2-0 when Draymond Green plays. They're 2-0.
But a scared 2-0.
Scared. Joe Dumars, we read you this quote already. Here's what it came down to: excessive and over-the-top actions, conduct detrimental, and a repeat offender. That's what separates this, where you end up with a suspension. When asked about the fact that it's a 2-0 series. Quote, you know what the situation is, but you have to set that aside and look at the facts in front of you. Repeat offender weighs as heavy as anything. Well, Draymond Green's pass is coming back. And whether it's 1-0, 2-0, 2-2, 3-0, if you're arguing against that, then don't you dare ever argue that superstars shouldn't get calls. Don't you ever argue that referees, when they wait to see if the shot is missed and then blow the whistle, shouldn't be doing that. The situation shouldn't matter. Playoff, regular, shouldn't matter. Is it a transgression? Yes. And by the way, I'll say this again. Newsflash. There is no one in NBA history that has gotten away with more than Draymond Green. The leash that he gets from the referees to argue constantly. No chance.
No hyperbole here. If Draymond Green didn't get the leash he does, easily ejected out of probably half the games he plays in a season.
I mean, honestly, no, because here's why. Because I think if they held him to the same standard they hold most players. And by the way, if you win a championship, if you're a superstar, if you're a team captain, you should get a little bit extra. I believe that. I don't think that Chimezie Metu and Draymond Green should get the same amount of leeway with refs. No offense, Chimezie, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But come on, dude. Let's get to the phones. You guys want to talk. 1-800-920-1140. Kareem, you're on with Dave and Jason. Good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning. So I definitely want to say this. Draymond deserved that suspension. He's definitely the emotional leader of that team, but he gets out of hand, and it didn't help that Adam Silver was sitting right there when he got ejected, and he started, rah-rah with the crowd and everything. And this is my thing about the series. They have totally outplayed the Warriors. I mean, Warriors shooting 29 and 90 combined from three in the first two games. And Malik Monk has been the Kings' second best player outside of Fox. You know, what he did in game one and then what he did in game two as well. So let's not take away that they're outplaying the Warriors. And Draymond is an emotional leader, but he doesn't bring that much more as far as X's and O's and scoring. So Kuminga and maybe Carmichael Green will get a little more burn in game three. But this series is not over, you know, until the Warriors lose at home. And if they able to hold serve in the next two games at home, game five would be the pivotal game to see what team moves on.
Thank you, Kareem. Sorry, you got a weird echo in there. I apologize, but I think you got most of the point across.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what he said.
I don't disagree with anything. Honestly, he said something that I think all Kings fans need to have in the back of their head, and I think they do. This series isn't over.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Look, what Draymond provides are certain things that have been instrumental in their success.
Yeah.
So when he is out, what can they do that will still help them? Well, Dave, I don't think the Kings really guard Draymond. So now if you put a different score on there, that's going to change their offensive element for the positive.
Yes,
now, Draymond's got some superpowers defensively and is a terrific defender on Sabonis. They are going to miss out on that. So the Kings have to find other ways to capitalize on him being out for game three. But the Warriors will try to do the same thing. What are the benefits of that? Not even benefits isn't the right term, but what other ways can they try to defeat the Kings without him?
I'll tell you this much. You get Kevon Looney in foul trouble, that game is over. They have no one else. They have no one else down.
They'll be relying on Carmichael Green and Kuminga, like he said. Yeah.
1-800-920-1140. John, good morning, John.
Hey, good morning. I'm just going to harken back to something you just said a second ago. If you take this out of a playoff scenario, there's no question about a suspension.
Yeah, you're right.
Even actually without a history of violence from the guy. So I just think this is like a collective MVP treatment for the Warriors in a way. This is crazy. If this would have happened anywhere, I mean, the only reason it didn't turn into malice in the palace is because our fans kept their cool. This guy is, that's all I've got this morning, but it's just frustrating to hear Bay Area fans melt down as if this is unfair. You know what? Part of me wishes Sabonis didn't play the third game. Not really. Just so we can be like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this man to man, fist to fist. And we'll take our guy out, your guy's out. Let's go. We're still right there.
Yeah. So, thank you, John. Here's the thing too. If Green missed the game, well, he will. If Sabonis missed the game, which I would be shocked if he missed the game. Advantage Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, that's simple. Ashley, you're on with Jason Ross and Carmichael Dave.
Hey, so I just wanted to say that I really feel like Draymond did deserve that suspension. The way I look at it is we had someone who was just like Draymond and Boogie. And the way I look at it is if Boogie did the same thing that Draymond did, there's no way that Boogie is not suspended. And so I like to see that. Yeah. So I like to see that it's getting called fairly. It's not like, oh, well, if it's on Sacramento, sure, we'll knock out Boogie out of the game, but we won't do it for Draymond. So I like seeing that it went both ways.
No, I do too. And we said this yesterday.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins would be trying to figure out who his new pen pal would be at some max security prison had he done what Draymond Green did. Draymond Green does it, and it's heart and it's hustle. DeMarcus Cousins does it, or who? You know what? What do you think happens if Dylan Brooks does that?
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks is out at least a game, if not two.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You'd said this before the series. Look, there's kind of that warfare, the mind games, whatever. Draymond's great at it.
Yes.
But he can be God. And in this case, that's what happened.
Well,
he did this to himself, right? I mean, yes, it does not happen without Sabonis. Fact.
Yes.
Fact.
Yes.
But Sabonis did the first part.
Yep.
And Sabonis right now, as of this moment, doesn't have the same reputation as Draymond Green. Though Sabonis now there's a mark here for future, infractions like this. But Draymond's got a much longer list.
I can't wait to see Sabonis if he pulls a hard foul in game 3. I can't wait to see him rolling over the bench and trying to incite the Chase Center crowd. I'm sure that's going to happen.
Yeah.
We did say it before the series, and I want to remind everybody that we did. Here we are. Said before the series is over, the Golden State Warriors and Draymond Green will be the most hated playoff enemies we've ever had. Now, are you at Laker level yet? I don't know. But I don't hate anybody more than Draymond Green that ever played for those Lakers. I'm sorry. Because say what you want. Listen, the Rick Fox elbow on Mike Bibby, Kobe Bryant's elbow on Mike Bibby. Yeah. Rick Fox, Shaq, Robert Horry. This guy stomped on a chest. Is what it is. All right, one more before we go to break. Ian told you to call back. Ian, thank you. Welcome in, buddy.
Dave, great to finally talk to you, man. I know I always talk about it, but we finally are getting it done now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, so something I do want to bring up, all this stuff with Draymond and the Kings and everything like that. Have you seen Dame and Yusuf Nurkic on Twitter, just like full court press, trying to recruit him over to the Timberwolves, or not the Timberwolves,
the Blazers.
Yeah, have you seen that at all?
I know Dame got loose a little bit on Twitter today, and thank you. And we're up on a break. Let me look at that. Let me.
You could believe there was a suspension.
I mean, I respect. He says, "quote a suspension is crazy," and then does the again. By the way, Dame, my favorite non-Kings player. Love him. There's no but there.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people are taking out the past transgressions, and they're taking out the stuff he did with the crowd, and they're just looking at the stomp in a vacuum. And that's where I think he come to that conclusion. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140 is your text line. We'll hear from y'all all day long. But coming up next, Katie Christensen, Kings color analyst, after this.
It's Cattles and Rami.
There's a man, and Simone is talking to him right now, right in front of us, Nick, who's literally dressed like a king. Yes. Like from a playing card. Like the whole garb. It's authentic. Those are fine silks that this man is wearing. Golden ropes.
They got these people ringing bells. I'm already getting a headache.
Are you going to make it through the game today?
I don't think so, man. I'm going to end up with like a migraine.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce, such as child custody and property division, among many others. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant or harder to follow. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell. We're a partner men can count on.
500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Cordell.
Hey, Scott, I haven't seen you in over a year, and you look great.
Good to see you, too. Yeah, I'm feeling good and have a new job.
No, there's something different about the way you look.
To be honest, a few months ago, I had an amazing robotic hair transplant procedure with Dr. Singh at Excel Medicine. It's called the artist procedure.
No way. Your hair looks completely natural, and you don't even have a scar. How did they do that?
Dude, the artist system is amazing. I have this fantastic hairline, and I'm happy with my results. He could probably help you too, buddy.
Using the artist procedure, Dr. Singh can target and harvest healthy hair follicles with micron-level accuracy from the back of your head and transplant them where you need it. The procedure is painless, and you'll be back doing your regular activities in a couple of days. Ask Dr. Singh at Excel Medicine about the artist procedure. Call today, 916-932-4470. That's 932-4470 for a complimentary in-person or Zoom consultation, or on the web at excelmedicine.com. That's EXCEL medicine.com. See what the artist procedure can do for you.
These are doctors and not real patients. Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
It ignites something inside of you. Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187. or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3 as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Coming up later on today's show, the mayor of Sacramento, Darryl Steinberg, joins us at 8:27, and former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9 from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any of those interviews, they'll be up later today at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Halfway through the program, somebody just asked on the text line, do we read texts? And I responded, yes. Yes. From the 916. Any update on Draymond's ankle x-ray? I think he's okay.
Are you sure?
I think he's going to make it.
He might be out for Game 4.
The mayor, as Jay said, Darryl Steinberg, joining us in just under 30 minutes. Kenny Thomas at 9. We're talking about the Sacramento Kings. The Golden State Warriors, a 2-0 lead. The wait until Game 3 tomorrow. And, of course, the Draymond Green suspension. And who better to do that with than the color analyst for the Sacramento Kings, who finally got off her rear end and did some work in the last game. Jeez, way to take a vacation in Game 1. Katie Christensen. Hello, Katie.
Good morning.
Can I tell everyone?
Hey Dave, how's your back? How's your back
I
doing?
knew that. I knew. I tried
Yeah.
to. Can I tell everyone? Well, actually, I should because this will sound bad. Can I tell everyone what you asked me for in the third quarter?
Yeah, you can tell them. I don't care.
I didn't know if that was.
I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be shamed.
So I told you I threw my back out, right? And maybe this is half. I don't know what it was. And I just got back to the seat. I was in a lot of pain. Katie's sitting like, I don't know what, 20 feet to my left about. We're on the same row. Katie texts me like the most random thing. She goes, "Can you bring me a hot dog with ketchup? I'm serious." She literally goes, "I'm serious."
Yeah.
And I'm like, honestly, it would take me an hour. I would, because I normally would. I'll bring her stuff. I normally would, but in this case, I wouldn't have gotten there probably by the end of the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Also, though, Katie,
true friendship.
I will say this though, even if I was healthy enough to do it and I wasn't on the injured list, I don't know that I would have brought you one with ketchup.
Oh,
you're an adult, right?
Yes, I'm an adult that likes ketchup on her hot dog.
Yes,
it's illegal.
I'm with Katie.
Jason, your hard-hitting questions go.
No, I'm agreed. I'm
your ketchup guy.
Yes, absolutely. So
It's
Katie,
hard to transition out of the ketchup, isn't it?
yeah, it is tough. So we've basically all did this whole thing down with Draymond. Now that you've seen even the whole thing live, probably 10 times afterwards, just when it all happened, what was your take on this?
Well, I thought it was egregious. It didn't surprise me because it was Draymond Green, and I think we're all fairly used to his antics. And I don't know, you guys, I've been really struggling with this for the last couple days. Literally, like, you go on Twitter, you see all the takes, you see what everyone's saying in support, against, all of that stuff. And it between that and just everything politically on Twitter right now, like it made me deep dive into like, Instagram reels of kids hugging each other and DIY projects and like animals being rescued. It's like, it's a cesspool right now. And I think when it comes to Draymond, we're very used to it, which, by the way, is why he got suspended. And if people can't recognize that, a player jumping up onto the visiting team bench, grabbing his, himself, gyrating at the fans, everything he did afterwards, this is a product of what he's always been and what he's always gotten away with. And to be honest, even if they had just given him a flagrant one, he really should have been ejected anyway, because that should have been his second flagrant one. Earlier in the game, he, throat punched Trey Lyles on a rebound and got away with it. A lot of the stuff that Draymond does, he gets away with, which, by the way, isn't just Draymond. It's a lot of players. Sorry for the helicopter going over my house right now. But it's just, to me, like, I don't understand people that are upset. I understand people that are upset that are Warriors fans. But there's no place for it in this game. And it's disturbing because what it is really, really doing is it's taking away from the fact that this has been a phenomenal series. The teams it's been exciting basketball. It's been the best series so far, in my opinion, and that is not a purple goggle bias. That is just watching all the games. This has been a phenomenal series between these two teams. And unfortunately, that's what we're talking about right now. And that's what we're probably going to be talking about for a while. And if the Kings win the series, they're going to point to this ejection that wasn't fair and so on and so forth. But the reality of the situation is, when you have a grown man that is unable to control his emotions, then, I can't remember who it was. Acho yesterday on Twitter. Was like, he's paying the idiot tax.
Stupid tax.
And I couldn't agree with that anymore. He's paying the stupid tax, because this is it's not like this is Harrison Barnes, for example. And that's just, obviously, I know he's got 2 technical fouls in his entire career. This is a series of repeated outbursts, things that are not okay. And then, Draymond Green did something way more egregious in terms of grabbing someone's leg, against Denver. It was Aaron Gordon. It's not Gordon. It's not Gordon. The guy that came from Orlando.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon. That's Aaron Gordon.
It is Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay. And to me, it's like, wow, like, how can you do these things, but he didn't stomp on you? You know what I mean? Like, you grabbed someone's leg egregiously, not like as you were rolling, protecting your face. And it's just, I think that, by the way, I think that the Kings players have handled it in a classy fashion. And I also think that has a lot to do with their success in this in this series, because so much of the tactics of the Warriors, i.e. Draymond Green, who leads the pack, is the mental warfare of the series. And the Kings have been too poised and too impervious to all of that stuff. And that's why they've been able to have the success that they've had.
Katie Christensen with us. Here's what she was referring to with Emmanuel Acho.
Draymond Green officially suspended. I had to walk outside of my dinner reservation for this one. He got to pay the stupid tax. I'm not surprised he got suspended. He has to pay the stupid tax. What is the stupid tax? If you are stupid enough to step on a guy and get caught in 4K on national television, yeah, you're going to get suspended. I'm not saying that it's Draymond Green's fault. I'm not even saying that Draymond Green started it. But we learned in pre-K, it's the second guy who gets caught. Draymond, all he had to do was fall to the ground, clutch at his ankle, and Sabonis would be suspended. But instead, now he's suspended when his team's already down 2-0. When will he learn? 2016 NBA Finals, Game 5, suspended. They lose when they were up 3-1. Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, beef when they had won 2 chips in a row. Then you win a chip and the West is wide open and you punch Jordan Poole in the face. And now look at you, down 2-0, getting suspended, about to potentially be down 3-0. He's paying the stupid tax.
And it makes you wonder, Katie, too. I don't even know if I'm necessarily comfortable with the narrative that, like, Sabonis was being crazy, dirty, and now and I get it. And as a Kings fan, I'm actually willing to allow it just for the sake of argument. But it's funny. Funny is the wrong word. It's just weird. It's strange. It's always Draymond, as if there's a conspiracy because of nothing. That it's Draymond. It's always Draymond Green. At some point, you just look at the guy, and I was a Warrior fan, Katie. That's who I'm pissed at today. I'm pissed at Draymond for letting us down again.
Yeah, I understand that train of thought 100%. And like I said, I'm very puzzled at the number of players who have come out on Twitter and said, I can't believe that he's getting suspended. You know, I don't think anyone would have a problem with him getting suspended if it wasn't a playoff game. So what's the issue? So you're allowed to get away with more during the playoffs because there's more on the line. Well, when there's more on the line, you have to be able to control your emotions in a better way. And so it's puzzling to me. And if it were your teammate, if it happened in the game against you and it was your teammate that got stumped on, would you still come out on Twitter and say, oh, I can't even believe he got ejected, let alone suspended? It's like, are you kidding me? So the narratives right now are really difficult. You know, not to mention, I'm super disappointed in just kind of oddly, like the weird media infighting in this series, like media members getting on Twitter and arguing and pointing stuff out. It's like, grow up. Like, this isn't about you. This is about the game. And if you can't talk about the basketball and you have to break it down where you start, eating at each other, it's shameful to me. And
be mature really on social media. I agree. People need to grow up.
Well, yes. Katie, as far as the basketball part of this, then take us through both sides. Kings have some advantages here without Draymond Green being in there, and certainly the Warriors will try to still win a game without a very important piece. How does each side, we're all keep talking about this suspension, but those guys all have to move on. How do the Kings and Warriors now approach Game 3?
Well, the crazy thing is we all know kind of throughout the league what it's like when you face a team where they don't have their full strength, right? It's always a little bit risky for, the opposing team because, it changes things. You've been scouting a certain way to play with their normal rotation, their normal arsenal. And then the big question is like, okay, are we going to see more of Jonathan Kuminga? Are we going to see more of Moses Moody, who really played in the second half of that game for the first time in the series? And so I think that one of the things the Kings have done really well is they've just consistently played their style. And defensively, they've been way better in this series than we've seen them throughout the season in terms of consistently playing for 48 minutes. And a lot of that is the product of facing the same team in a 7-game series where you can game plan for just that. You can make the adjustments and there's the familiarity with, Mike Brown and his staff. And so that also plays into it in terms of what the Kings have done. And I feel like Davion Mitchell has been phenomenal he's been phenomenal in this series defensively, and I like what they've been doing. We've never seen the Kings play a box and one the entire season. They played it twice sporadically, mixing it in on different possessions defensively. I think they've done a really good job of making Steph Curry work, and that's all 5 guys on the floor. And that still is not going to stop Steph Curry. It's just making him work. And as the series, kind of drags on, that kind of stuff builds up. It accumulates in terms of the overall effect it's going to have on a player. So the Kings, to me, they've done a really good job of just offensively playing with pace, motion. They're turning the Warriors over, which they had the most number of turnovers average per game in the entire NBA in the regular season. That's not really going to change in the postseason, right? So they're turning them over at a really high clip, and they're able to really capitalize off of those turnovers and score without a set defense. So, I think that it's been fun to watch the basketball, these 2 incredibly intelligent head coaches with, great familiarity of each other, just playing chess out there. And it's been fun.
Katie Christensen with us. We are out of time. Thank you so much on the text line. And I agree with this. Draymond Green puts ketchup on his hot dogs.
Oh,
I think that's probably a fact.
Then he enjoys them.
He probably puts onions on his. Let's be honest.
Onions,
Yeah.
onions on a hot dog. Fantastic. Katie, thank you so much. We'll see you for game 3. And I imagine it's going to be quite cramped at those studios as well. Hopefully, though, at Chase Center, they make some room for you. No cowbells, though. Not allowed.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. When we come back, let's a lot of stuff to talk about there. We'll reset everything, and then we have some audio. Adrian Wojnarowski getting response from the league, giving us a little more insight on today's suspensions. Carmichael, Dave, and Jason Ross right here on Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, as always, of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the Jeep Celebration event?
We have huge savings for springtime on everyone's favorite Jeeps. But if you're looking to save money at the pump, then you need to take advantage of our huge savings on new 2023 Jeep plug-in hybrids. Right now, save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xEs and up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs with our lease specials.
Yeah, but are they really worth all the hype?
Absolutely. My mother-in-law just got one, and she saved $15,000 and absolutely loves it. Plus, she's saving a ton of money on fuel. Now is the time to take advantage of this savings.
Well, there's no better place to get your new Jeep than Hoblet. No dealer markups and the best savings around. Stop by for a test drive today or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
14,000 total net savings for leases only after 3,000 MyCarb lease bonus cash. 7,500 hybrid electric federal tax credit rebate plus 3,500 Hoblet discount. 12,000 total net savings for lease options only after 2,000 MyCarb lease bonus cash. $1,000 California bonus cash and 7,500 hybrid electric fed tax credit plus 1,500 Hoblet discount. Multiple lease terms available. 5 net savings. See dealer for details.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Katie did mention at one point the bickering with the media. I agree.
That surprised me as an element of this year. I mean, that honestly, it has.
I won't lie, it hasn't, because I think this has been a powder keg.
Yeah.
You know, all we've had is the Lakers. That's not even a rivalry. But you've got San Francisco right there. It's Northern California. It's right there. And that is an older brother. We're a younger brother. They're the champions. We're the noobs. This had all the gasoline and firecracker stuff and whatever, gunpowder, to create this. I'm looking at Warrior fan comments, calling us Magamento, and we're a bunch of farmers, and really going after the city. And all I would really say to Kings fans who see that, and I'll never yuck anyone's yum on having a little fun online, and I'm known to be immature and stupid online, but here's the thing. The position you're in right now, if I'm you want to get the best reaction, you want to win that battle, just be classy.
Right.
You're up 2-0. You're watching a total meltdown. They have nothing else to melt down about.
Yeah.
So they're coming after the city. I'm seeing all kinds of folks calling everyone in Sacramento is a racist. Everyone in Sacramento leans a certain way. I mean, they're going deep.
Right.
And I would say, don't go back. There's plenty of things about the Bay Area you can go after.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just nod your head. Sorry you feel that way. You're down 0-2 because these folks, it comes down to one main. Well, number one, some of them just like to be ding dongs, but I'll quote Draymond Green: "Insecurity is loud." They're potentially underlined watching their dynasty die at the hands of the Kings.
Right.
That's going to throw some people a mental curveball.
But that media back, so we just had Katie on. When's Katie fighting Kalena Azubuike? When's G-Man and Tim Roy? Like, come on, guys.
Well, I would listen to G-Man. but the other thing about that, too, is, like, I totally agree with you. And it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And if anybody was going to do that around here, it would be me because I'm immature. But I also listen, radio standpoint. That's Radio 101. Pick a fight with another show. Go back and forth. You go on their show. They go on your show. There's a word for it in wrestling. I forget what it is, where you fake hate each other and all that. And everyone tunes in. And it's like a fight in the middle of a high school quad. People just love to see drama. Right. Yeah, exactly. So I it's just exhausting. Listen, there's a series like the whole fun feud with Nick and all. I don't have time for that. It's go time. Trying to win a series here. So when you're down 0-2, I guess you talk about other things. Here's Adrian Wojnarowski right now on the Warriors' reaction and so much more to Draymond Green's suspension.
Certainly the Warriors, one word, livid. And they were certainly didn't agree with the one-game suspension. I think they were surprised at it. No question about that. They certainly went through this in the finals with Cleveland losing Draymond Green for a game in 2016, but they're going to have to live with it. Appeals don't really, there's really nowhere to go with an appeal in these situations. And the Sacramento Kings, listen, they know what they're walking into in Game 3 on Thursday night. Mike Brown having coached in Golden State, this team having, looked at that Golden State organization as a model, is something they aspired to. There's a lot of connections between that Golden State organization and the Sacramento Kings, and certainly up 2-0, having to go on the road now. They know even without Draymond Green, this is going to be a really difficult task in Game 3. But I think there was surprise last night. I think there were a lot of people who believed perhaps that the ruling on the court was going to stand, but it took the league a while yesterday to get to all the interviews in this. I know they talked to Sabonis earlier in the day. They talked to the Warriors people later in the day. Now, I don't know what the conversation was between Draymond Green and the league office, but one thing the league office does want to hear in a case like this, a situation like this, is a recognition that the act was wrong, that there was some remorse there. I don't know whether Draymond Green expressed that or not with the league office, but it would be important that you do that when they are deciding on whether, again, it's perhaps just a fine and you play Game 3 versus suspension. But you look at on the court right there with Draymond Green before he left the floor, that was absolutely a part of this decision, I'm told.
Huh.
Okay. Well, that was pretty telling. So if he had even another opportunity, again, I'm going off of Woj's words there, but if he had another opportunity on an interview to show any kind of remorse, growth, whatever, and didn't show that, then
I'm going to stick with what we've been saying. If he just does the stomp, he's ejected and he's probably getting a fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's what he did after. Combined with his previous transgressions and the stomp, it's a perfect storm. Sorry. Didn't want it. Nobody wanted this. You don't want this. Right. It's like an injury. Nobody wants this. But you want to blame someone, blame Draymond. If I'm Golden State fans, you know what? Golden State fans, and this is where they're really backwards. Promise you this. Game 4, Chase Center, he's getting a massive ovation.
Of course.
You know what they should do? They should boo his ass.
They won't.
Of course they won't.
No.
Thanks, Dre. Again. Thanks for the Jordan Poole thing. Thanks for the LeBron thing. Thanks for the Steven Adams thing. Hey, thanks, Dre. Yeah, you were a huge part of these championships.
Right.
But let's not forget, they got the Splash Brothers.
Yes. Well, and again, I'm going to say it like I said before. You missed the last 7 minutes of a winnable game. So, and we're going to look at game 3, but he was removed from the end of a game that basically is either team's game. And if it's 1-1, this series is completely different than it is right now.
He made it about Draymond. Yeah. Made it about Draymond once again. You know, the funny thing is, too, is through mutual folks, when he got to the Warriors, I knew some people over there, and I got to spend a lot of time with him personally. By all accounts, he's a cool guy, man.
I believe that.
I don't have anything personal against
gets on the
Draymond.
court, and there's a different switch.
There's a different switch.
Yep.
It's just dumb.
You know what? You said Kings fans should be classy. I think we should, too. We should send Draymond some fire wings.
I'll tell you what, no, I always ain't fire wings than anyone else. Screw that. They're mine. But firewings.com, you can find 21 different flavors to choose from. My favorite, bread and Malaysian curry. You know, they have boneless, too. I argue with them all the time. That's nuggets. Nothing wrong with that. I've had the boneless. Garlic ramen. The tots. Give me some of your tots, Napoleon. Seasoned fries. They got everything. But it's the wings soaked in buttermilk overnight. So tender. So tender. Perfect companion for a ball game. Whichever sport it may be. Don't take my word for it. Fire Wings, locally owned and operated. You can order online. You can order right now at 8:30 in the morning and set it up to pick up anytime today that they're open. Go to firewings.com. Find the location nearest you. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. Fire Wings, just wing it. When we come back, Mayor Daryl Steinberg is going to join us. Talk a little bit about the Kings, the watch parties, what's coming up next, right here on Sactown Sports.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third, your scorer is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Treat yourself to a new car in the new year. Shop Folsom Lake Kia for your favorite Kia model. Low interest rates, low payments, even zero down deals with approved credit. Over 20 years right here in Sacramento. That's Folsom Lake Kia.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $80. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort, Hanley's Western Wear, and Quick Pack Car Wash.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
At Elk Grove Honda, we'd like to help you purchase your next new Honda. Right now at Elk Grove Honda, new Hondas are arriving on a regular basis, including the newly designed CR-V, new design Accords, exciting Civics, and much more. And Elk Grove Honda's pre-owned inventory offers choices there as well. So give Elk Grove Honda a chance to show you the new or pre-owned Honda you're looking for. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Kevin Lewis of National Garage Door. Whether you need to repair a broken spring, install the new opener, or buy a quality Rainer door, National Garage Door is here for you. Call us today to see how we can transform your house with a new garage door.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3, as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Coming up later on today's show, Kings color analyst Katie Christensen joins us at 8. The mayor of Sacramento, Darryl Steinberg, joins us at 8:27, and former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9. From the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any of those interviews, they'll be up later today at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Mayor joining us in moments. I don't know what my favorite dumb take of the day is. Number one, it's just a conspiracy to get the Warriors out. It's a conspiracy. The NBA wants them out.
True, because, the Warriors tank ratings consistently.
Yeah, just to check here. The LA market is number 2. The San Francisco market is number 6. LA has, assuming they win that series, they have LeBron James. They have Anthony Davis, and they're the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, hasn't this been the highest rated series so far?
Yeah.
So they want that to end quickly. Let's get
they want it.
4-0.
Right. Yeah. You know what the NBA really wants? They want Memphis and Sacramento. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big markets.
Huge markets. At what point do you just say anything? And is it true? Was there Kid, it's like media. I don't mind what side you're on. Just know what you're talking about. All right, Joe Dumars worked for the Kings a couple years ago. You're gonna hear a lot of that today from a bunch of smooth brains. Listen here. He got run out of Sacramento. He tried a literal coup in the front office.
I don't think him and Monty McNair are going for Starbucks anytime
soon. Know what you're talking about. If anything, Joe Dumars would have. And by the way, it's not just Joe Dumars up there wearing carrying the death scythe or whatever that thing is, and he's not just
the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, whatever. There's a whole group there. That's number one. The idea that Joe Dumars has some sort of connection here is about as stupid as the NBA would rather see the Kings advance than the defending champion, 4-time champion dynasty, Splash Brother, number 6 TV market, San Francisco Warriors. Which, can we start calling them the San Francisco Warriors, please?
It's the original name, right?
Yes. And that's where they are.
I'm good with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what about the Santa Clara Niners, Dave? That doesn't count because I'm a Niner fan. I mean, honest to God, the
why aren't they the Arlington Rangers?
I said this on Twitter last night. Golden State Warrior fans seriously should try out for the Olympics.
New Jersey Nets or Jets?
Jets. Because the mental gymnastics these fools are doing. Sacramento fans are a bunch of Karens. Because Sacramento fans absolutely move the needle on suspensions. Because the media, which is almost universally saying, I'm surprised he got suspended, really got moved by that. It really is just a basic psychological issue. If you really want to get on the Freud couch here, it really is kind of a basic psychological issue. Whenever you're dealing with a loser or somebody that just seems to, fail or they're failing, you blame everybody, but you look
it's
outside.
Not me.
It's never.
It's always the what about. It was kind of a little bit about, well, what about Sabonis?
It's always a what about.
Right.
There's a very famous scene in Rocky Balboa of him having that exact conversation with his son. And he says, cowards do that. That's a coward move, is to blame everyone else for your lack of success.
It really is. Look, the Kings have been terrible forever. You know what we did? We blamed the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins would do DeMarcus Cousins. It's the closest we've ever had to Draymond Green. You know what we did? We blamed DeMarcus Cousins. I can say that at least about our fan base. Now, not every fan base is good, bad, or indifferent. There's exceptions. But the IQ on this fan base is fantastic because they understand that. Warrior fan, again, I'm going to give you a little advice. You guys may come back and win this series. I shouldn't say nobody. I'm saying a lot of people saying we're bringing cowbells aren't allowed. Are brooms allowed at y'all better slow down. I'm just saying, please slow down.
Programming note.
Yeah.
I made an error. Mayor Steinberg's tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow, 8:27, the Mayor Daryl Steinberg.
Well, in that case,
what's next?
1-800-920-1140.
I told Tyler to call back. Hey, Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, call back. We'll get to you. Now, all of a sudden, we have an open phone segment.
Yeah.
In all fairness, we have no shortage of things to talk about today. And again, Warrior fan, be proud. And don't embarrass yourself like this. You're the champs. You're the dynasty. You've done everything. We've done nothing.
Yeah.
We've won 2 first-round games. You don't raise a banner for that. Y'all could still come back and win this game in 6. Wouldn't shock me, or win it, or a series in 6, or win it in 7. All I'm saying is, look at your guy.
Yeah. If I'm a Warrior fan too, I would even say, even go to one of your leaders, Draymond, the other day, where he kind of said, okay, well, we haven't been down 2-0. This can be fun.
It's an adventure.
So if you are even down 3-0, if that's a possibility, if it's an 0-3 deficit for them, if I'm them, we're gonna be the first one. We're going to do
That's
it.
Right.
We're going to come back and win 4 straight. And how bad will that be for you guys?
That's what the Red Sox said to the Yankees. Yeah. That's what the Cavs said to the Warriors. That's what the Pats said to the Falcons.
Yep.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Josue in the YouTube chat. Dave, let's at least say how much we blame the refs. Well, yeah, but that's true. That's okay. It's allowed. Kirk!
That's different.
Kirk, welcome in. Hi, Kirk.
What's going on, Dave? Club 50 for life.
Oh, I love hearing that. That's that is old school, baby. How are you doing?
Good. Light the beam. But going back to your point you made yesterday, Draymond's lucky we didn't have a Malice at the Palace situation just because they were handing out cowbells to all the fans. I mean, things could have gotten pretty bad, like you said. It didn't have a fight atmosphere, but your point to the MMA fights that are at Golden One or the old Arco, there's an air of, fights that happen, but,
well, imagine Kirk.
Like he was instigating the crowd, but who knows?
Imagine if it was Dozen Egg Night. We'd had a real problem.
Yeah, scrambled.
And I really enjoyed Billy Tough Guy on socials when I had pointed that out. Violence was in the air. Okay, Karen. Tell me you never been to a prize fight.
They may not have been there.
Yeah, they weren't if they're saying that. because the mood changed, palpably changed. And anyone who's ever been to a fight, boxing or MMA, we talked about this. Anyone who's ever been to an NBA game, and actually, I take that back because fights on the floor don't really do that. This was, in case you missed it, incredibly close to getting out of hand. And I credit 99% of Sacramento fans for being the classy, awesome fans they are. Now, there were a couple knuckleheads in there, had lubed up and, wanted to be part of the situation. But I credit them. I will say it again. There are other cities, and I'm not going to name them because it's just classless. There are other cities in the NBA that turns into something. That turns into something real, real ugly, and the NBA's been through that before, and they don't want to do it again. AC, good morning, AC. Welcome in.
Hey, guys. I'm having an argument with a friend of mine who's a Golden State Warriors fan, and they still think that DeMontis is faking it, that the Kings did, x-rays to make it look like he actually got hurt. It's just so ridiculous.
What's the first name? AC? What's just the first name? What's the first name of your friend? Just Mark. Who? Mark? Tell Mark if he'd like, he can come down to the station. All right. And in a friendly way, I'm not trying to get in, physical or anything, but I am about, I would say 4 inches shorter and probably about 50 pounds lighter than Draymond Green. Ask Mark if you'd like to come down. We'll film it for YouTube and let me stomp on his chest. And then if he still thinks Domantas Sabonis is faking it, then I will tip my cap to him. Thanks, buddy.
We got AC like that.
I mean,
so Mark, we'll see you in a little bit.
And I'm not trying, no, I'm saying, dude, Draymond Green's a big guy.
Yeah.
And I don't care how tall and strong you are, ribs are ribs. I mean, human ribs are ribs. They hurt. Do you not? If I stomp on you, do you not hurt?
I hurt.
We'll take a break. When we come back, I was asking you earlier. I can't figure it out. I've tried all day. I don't know who's hot. I don't know who's not.
I don't. Jay's going to have to tell us.
I want answers. I want the truth.
You'll be able to handle this truth.
Okay, and we'll get that next right here on SactownSports.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Hey, basketball fans, the playoffs are here and Sacramento's ready to win it all. And while you're cheering them on, you're going to want a nice, cool home to watch those games in. That's why you should call Fox Family Heating and Air for all of your air conditioning repair needs. With our amazing technicians and lifetime warranty on most repairs, we'll make sure that your home stays cool and comfortable for the playoffs. So come on, beat the buzzer and call Fox Family Heating and Air today.
Fox Family Heating and Air.
Skeeter here, Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. Hey, it's my favorite week of the year, Mosquito Awareness Week. Yep, the spring and warm weather means the little suckers are starting to breed and bite. Gotcha. So it's time to fight the bite. Once a week, drain standing water from flower pots, bird baths, dog dishes, and at dawn and dusk, start using insect repellent outside and wear long clothes, because these skeeters are up for blood.
The Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite. For more information, go to fightthebite.net.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Oh, someone's scorching this morning.
Oh.
Christopher Paul.
Oh, hey, CP3.
The Suns point guard in last night's win.
Big night for him.
Broke a 13 straight playoff game losing streak when Scott Foster is officiating.
Hey.
Can't keep him down.
All right.
Oh, we got another hot one.
What?
The Oakland A's.
Wait, how?
I think
What?
This is their first appearance in this category in 7 years.
They have acquired cash considerations from the Giants. They got some money.
The Giants just gave him cash?
Yeah, so, well, they had to give them Cal Stevenson. But the Giants gave them cash. Whether or not that will go towards fixing the visiting broadcast booth that went on fire because a possum ate through the wires or something. At the Coliseum, you saw that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that same story is going to transition us into who's not.
Who's not?
Sacramento Sam Long, who was DFA'd to make room for Stevenson.
Sam.
Come on.
Fingers up. Do they literally like send cash, like Venmo,
or like
PayPal,
a briefcase, like in like a little Giants logo?
It will arrive in a brown bag.
Oh my god, that'd be so
behind
dope.
the park bench
for real. That's probably. I mean, honest to God, like I wouldn't put it past John Fisher. Like, just send the cash over.
Yeah.
No. What is it like? Ben Affleck in Good Will Hunting retainer. Sir, are you asking us to give you cash right now? Yes. Give me cash right now. It's like one of John Fisher's college friends making the deal. Also, who's not?
Definitely not Billy Bean.
No, it is not.
Bill Bean.
Who's probably richer than John Fisher at this point. Warriors fans, here's one from Mr. Lucky 74. I think everyone is missing. The NBA is looking at this as a ratings thing.
Oh.
Sacramento's a big story.
That's true.
Warriors are down 0-2. Everyone's talking about this. This is must-watch TV.
That's kind of true.
You literally have Warrior fans thinking that the NBA wants the Kings to win for ratings.
We saw it happen in 2002.
You did.
When they conspired against the Lakers in Game 6, Sacramento shot 97 free throws in the second half on their way to an NBA title.
We'll get to...
There's a history there.
Let's go streaking in a second. Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Hi, Tyler. Tyler, hold on. Tyler? Do we have a phone?
Phone's up.
It's up.
This is on Tyler.
Phones.
I mean, it's. I put him on hold, and I'm. Tyler.
Tyler, make noise if you can hear us.
La, 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 la. Hey, Dave. Hi. Tyler. Hey. Well, what were you ordering? A steak?
I just had a quick question about an NIX team. Where's Drano been?
Bano's a scout. He's been at a couple of Kings games as a scout. Can't remember which team he's scouting for, but he's been around during the regular season. But I don't know where he is now.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him at one of the playoff games.
That is honestly the most random thing I'm going to hear all day. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, Tyler. Just with everything going on right now, and you're rolling with Bano Udrich's the guy you want to, and I'd love to see him too. Love Bano, but that you'd like to see Bano. That's your guy, huh?
Yeah, that's my guy. He gave me shoes back in the day when I was in like middle.
There you go. There it is. The personal connection.
Hey,
these shoes.
Nothing wrong. Shall we go streaking?
Right now?
Okay.
I mean, that's what it says on the thing.
Hands coming off.
I just do it.
It's time to go streaking. Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
I changed my mind. We should keep the Nostra.
Yeah?
Instead of Nostra, which just, it adds a little flavor.
Yeah, it does.
Nostradamus. It's like talking about Clayton Kershaw.
God knows baseball needs flavor, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does. Jason Ross.
All right, Dave and Jay were our current streakers. I was trying to start a new. Let's start with you, Carmichael. Dave, you were on a streak of 1.
Yeah.
You selected J.D. Davis. He needed to get you a hit. He didn't get you a hit.
Well,
he
thanks.
didn't get you 2 hits. He got you 3 hits.
Wow.
Which I believe in the unofficial category for this is the most hits anybody's had.
So my streak is now at 3.
Well, it's technically just 2, but that was still impressive. So J.D. Davis extends your streak.
Thanks, J.D.
For me, I was trying to start a streak with Yordan Alvarez. In his last plate appearance, he got a hit.
Hey.
So I'm at 1, and J. Mars made fun of Dansby Swanson's name, but he wanted a hit from him. Dansby did not give him a hit.
Well, should have made fun of his name more then.
Dansby Swanson should be DFA'd for not getting a hit against the Ace.
So
that's
Dave,
my take.
Dave, you're at 2. I'm at 1. Jay is starting anew.
Darn you.
So, Dave, you are the leader right now of the hitting streak.
You know I am.
With 2. You get to go first.
Okay.
Who
Well,
are you picking?
Well, thank you, Jason Ross. You know who I'm feeling really good about today? Center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles, Austin Hayes. I'm feeling
did not
it.
see that one.
Oh,
Really?
nobody did.
Nephew of Willie Mays Hayes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. He
Yeah.
is.
And Austin Powers.
Yeah, Austin. Yes.
Yes. So Austin Hayes for you. I am going to go to for Seattle. I haven't had a Seattle Mariner yet. Let's go with Ty France.
Hey.
Good old Ty France. He's got a whole country behind him.
Not win France, not lost France.
Ty France.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. In Europe, he's called Draw France. Really? That
was good.
That was
good.
I have no meter.
It
on
was
this.
really your delivery. You just kind of seamlessly got it out.
Okay.
Whereas usually you take like way too much time to deliver.
Babar is in the chat. He wants me to hook him up with a discount on lower level tickets.
Babar, the elephant?
Apparently,
Two
there
Bs?
no elephants allowed.
1 or 2 Bs?
At the games. Yeah, 2 Bs. And 1 B in the books.
J. Mars.
You know what?
Kids books.
Let's go to the senior circuit. Let's go with Andrew McCutcheon today. Feeling good about McCutch back in Pittsburgh.
McCutch. There we go. We've streaked.
Streaked. Let's always we can take your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. We got a little tiny eensy bit of time. Let's get to old friend JJ Redick, who said that Halliburton trade, the Sabonis trade was malpractice and blah blah blah. And then he apologized. Credit to him. And now he's commenting on the series. And I'm sure JJ's got some great things to say about the Kings
series. They have allowed too much. I have no problem with physical play in the playoffs. But if Steph Curry's not allowed to move off the ball, if you're preventing players from running down the court and you're allowing that to happen, there's a play late in game 2 where Kevon Looney's right underneath the rim, ready for a rebound. Sabonis crashes in, pushes him in the back. They don't call the foul. That's a foul. The referees have dictated too much in the Kings' favor in this series.
I just want to pause it there.
What?
What? The referees have dictated too much in the. Let me go back. Maybe they have. Maybe he didn't say that. Maybe we misheard him. Let's play it again.
The referees have dictated too much in the Kings' favor in this series.
I think he said the referees have dictated too much in the Kings' favor in this series.
Referees have dictated too much in the Kings' favor in this series.
Oh my God. When is that apology coming?
You know,
I don't.
There's all these, conspiracies, right, that we're seeing and we're laughing at this morning. It's just weird, the level of national media combined with players that have just made the Kings this villain. this team that's getting all these calls, that the Warriors are getting screwed over because they're playing the Kings. Draymond stomping a guy. How could you suspend that after? It's fascinating almost.
It really is kind of weird. Is it kind of like the world we live in now where everyone has their own echo chamber? They believe what they want. There's no logic. Well, what was the rest of what he said?
I really believe that. And I don't know if it's the home crowd or whatever. I rarely complain about the referees. In fact, I don't even know if I've ever complained about the referees. I think they're great. But if they're going to come back in this series, they've got to call the game the way the game is supposed to be called.
For Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Hey, did you see Domantas Sabonis after, like, pre-sternum stomp? The dude literally had scratches all over his body. The guy took like 96 hits to the face.
That sounds like somebody who...
What, did he bet on the Warriors?
Is watching through a box score.
And I think JJ's played so long, he knows players recognize. I think, honestly, you were at game 2, Dave. I felt it was as physical of a game I've ever seen, and was stunned that until, I don't know, again, the reference point, maybe 3 minutes left in the second quarter, the Warriors had 2 free throws. The Kings had 1.
Yeah.
Stunning. Yeah. Now then both teams got the penalty, and I think it ended up being about 15 by the end of that, by halftime. But they weren't calling things. So now it's been established, then you are going to keep going.
That's right.
And so if he's saying they're holding Curry too much, maybe they are. But you know what? Then they are holding Fox too much,
right.
or Davion, or pick your player.
Moving screens 50 times. Real quick. Here's Damian Woody on the Sacramento Kings.
Earlier. That was my first time. The playoffs was my first time watching Sacramento. Oh, my God.
They're good.
Those boys are some dogs. And the way they run up and down the court, I don't know if them old legs from Golden State can handle that type of pressure.
Ooh, come on now, Woody.
I don't know.
Whoa.
The
At
way
home. At home.
Those
boys, to the Chase Center.
Those boys like energizer bunnies out there. They soon as the ball is in play, they run it earlier.
I honestly, the thing Damian said that I have the most respect for and also hate the most, not at him.
I know.
This is the first time I've seen the Kings play.
Right.
And I love him for it because he's admitting it and he's honest.
Well, he's East Coast. They're not on national TV. He's not going to see him.
No. But, you got actual basketball analysts. They're like, oh, yeah, the Kings. I read the box score.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Kenny Thomas. He joins us right after this on Sactown Sports.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Simone said, quote, Rami's sending me to go get coffee.
Simone is misrepresenting me, which I expect from Nick. She said she had to get something from her car. I don't know where her car is, so I said, are you going towards Starbucks? She said, no, but I can get you something. Is that me ordering Simone around, treating her like
I don't
like
believe
an
any of this.
intern?
Enough of his nonsense.
Rami's upset. Rami doesn't appreciate being misrepresented.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce, such as child custody and property division, among many others. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant or harder to follow. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell. We're a partner men can count on.
500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Cordell.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520
$99.98 now. At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Folsom Lake Ford has trucks. The F-150s are here. Explorers, Expeditions, and a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. They're in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters, right here in Sacramento for your favorite Ford models at good, fair prices. Short on cash? Buy any new Ford with zero down. Save big with low interest finance rates. Plus, Folsom Lake Ford is paying top dollar for all trades. We want your vehicle regardless of mileage or condition. This could be the best time to buy a new Ford. Check out the huge inventory online at folsomlakeford.com or stop by the dealership and see the most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 30 years. FolsomLakeFord.com.
0 down with approved credit.
KHTK AM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Sacramento Kings.
It's Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3 as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics won 2-0 on the Hawks with a 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Kenny Thomas joining us in moments.
He's there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
There he is.
Jason just waved to me, man.
I did.
I didn't see you.
Kenny left me on read, though, in the text messages.
Today's poll on the text line here at the YouTube, and I want to welcome everybody in at YouTube, looking at Kenny's pretty face with his beautiful Kings hoodie. How many times will Kenny's internet go out during this interview?
Oh, snap.
Wow. No, I'm just reading.
Why don't you look at the screen?
I am looking at the screen.
No, his screen.
What, his screen? Number 1, he fixed it. Number 2, 1 to 3. Number 3, it's already out.
He brought the hard hat.
Yeah, he brought the hard hat. Look at that. Oh, see, I'm behind. That's why. Look at the hard hat, Kenny. You ready for this? Because it looks like it's going to have to be a hard hat series from now on, buddy.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Because the refs, so far today from media and fans, we've heard that the refs are JJ Redick just said that the refs are calling everything for the Kings. Draymond Green is a victim. This is the best one. The refs want the Kings, the league wants the Kings to advance for ratings because Kings and Memphis or Kings and Lakers is better than Warriors Lakers. So we're getting it all right now, Ken.
Man, first off, Dave, you know I love you because I don't allow people to call me Ken.
Excuse me, Kenny. Which is worse, Ken or Kenneth? Honestly, Kenneth or Ken? Which
you can call me my government name. My mom would love that, which is Kenneth. But don't you ever call me Ken, Dave. Hey, I used to be
don't stop on me.
I used to be teased, man. You know that Ken, that Barbie thing back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's and the doll was white. I never got it, but kids are cruel, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dave, how's your back, buddy?
It's
day to day.
That's right. I saw Kenny. I got to tell you off the air what happened, but I will tell you, it's much better now. It's still a little sore. That's right. I saw Kenny as I was barely getting up. Kenny saw me maybe at my worst, and and I'll give Kenny credit here. He had real concern on his face, and at one point I was still trying to be a wise ass. I'm like, Kenny, you don't know anything about back injuries, do you? And he was giving me all kinds of advice. It's better, Kenny. Thank you very much.
Man, I appreciate that. Hey, I just came out of the rush lounge. I had some food, man. I felt so sorry for you because I've been there, man. Yeah. Lower back problems, man. Yeah. I have been there, but man, the way you were leaned over, man, I felt so sorry for you because when my back goes out, man, it's over. I've been there. It's over. It's a wrap. And
but we powered through. We powered through just like the Kings powered through. They got a 2-0 lead, Kenny. Your number one reason, other than, outscoring them, but number one reason why the Kings have a 2-0 lead?
Man, first off, okay, I'm not taking a shot at JJ Redick or anything like that, but the Kings have worked hard to get back to the position that they're in. So why not just give the Kings credit? Like, why does it have to come with something, right? Like, okay, the Lakers and the Warriors, that's always happened. Everybody's kind of wanted to see that series to a certain extent. But at the same time, like, if the Lakers end up beating Memphis, how come the Kings can't play the Lakers? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, why are we even getting past the Warriors? Like, come on, you got to give the Warriors respect, first off, because the Kings have played great ball. And the fact that the referees are calling calls for the Kings, that makes no sense because that wasn't the case. And you could tell, like, there was incidents to where Steph Curry was getting calls that made no sense. And even in game 2, there's a lot of calls that made no sense. But at the same time, the refs are human. And everything can't go a certain way because everybody's going to have their own opinions, especially when it comes to that, because they want their team to win. Obviously, the Kings have been a better team. They kept the Warriors to less than 110 points. And at the same time, man, there's a lot of things that could have went wrong in that situation, especially with Domas and the Green situation, because right now, man, I was holding my breath, and then we found out about Domas. That it's nothing serious because obviously he's a key component, and that's why the Kings are up. That's one of the reasons why. And then you got Mitchell coming in playing solid defense and knocking down big shots. Like, it has nothing else to do with anything else besides the Kings are playing great basketball, and the organization is turning themselves around, and it's starting with Mike Brown being that guy.
Yeah. Kenny, you've had to battle in the paint like that, and it feels like, obviously this series is beyond physical. I mean, the refs are letting them play, so you stretch the limits to see how physical it can get. But I'd love your perspective on just that whole sequence. I mean, it was physical. It starts with Sabonis falling down. He's trying to grab bodies. He's down, grabs Draymond's foot, then the stomp. But just, in that kind of chaos of bodies, what did you see from that scenario?
Man, it happens. It's playoff basketball, man. It can't be taken personal. If it's taken personal, then it's going to take you off your game. I think that's where Green comes in because he's trying to get people off their game, and he brings an emotional aspect to the game. You can't get caught up in it. It's easy to get caught up in that. And I think the way that the Kings have come in these first 2 games and held their ground, because the Kings were down at one point. You got to keep that in mind. And then you think, okay, here go the Warriors about to take over the game. But at the same time, the Kings came back with an answer. You always got to come back with an answer, especially when a team like the Warriors are going to play the kind of basketball that they're used to playing.
Kenny Thomas with us. Was Domas dirty in that play, in your opinion?
Dirty play? I mean, he grabbed his leg. It probably shouldn't have happened. But it's one of those things, man. You trying to get any advantage that you can. He's on the ground. He's probably thinking, okay, well, I need to hold up Green. That's probably something I would have did. But at the same time, it's like the way that it escalated, things like that happen, right? But at the same time, the fact that Draymond's been suspended for Game 3, obviously, if the Kings go down there to the Bay and they get that win, it's going to be because Draymond wasn't there. But it really doesn't matter. It comes with the territory. It's like when guys are hurt, you got to play with your bench. And I feel like Mike Brown's done a great job with keeping the bench entertained outside of Mitchell and Monk, and Trey Lyles, those guys that actually play a lot of minutes.
So, Kenny, if we look to Game 3, obviously without Draymond, he's been a good defender on Sabonis. So has Looney. They both were in foul trouble. Then Draymond got ejected, and this pace they're playing looks like it's wearing down Looney a little bit. How do the Kings take advantage of Draymond not being there in that third game?
Well, I don't really think it comes down to Draymond to a certain extent. When it comes to the Kings and their success going down to the Bay, I think that they just need to continue to play the kind of basketball that they're playing. And it came down to a lot of balls that were 50-50 balls in Game 2 and Game 1. And I think if they can try and limit the Warriors to second chance points, I think the Kings are going to have a great opportunity to go down to the Bay and just compete, right? Because nobody expects them to get a win down there. Especially at this point being up 2-0. But if the Kings are able to come down and dominate, kind of like they did from the standpoint of attacking the paint, like Kevin Huerter, like he couldn't make a shot from behind the three-point line. But what I loved about Kevin is like he put the ball on the floor. He was attacking, getting himself going, and then it carried over to other opportunities. That's what I like to see when the Kings, especially being aggressive, just like De'Aaron Fox is when attacking the paint.
Kenny, I want to get your opinion on the actual play itself, because we felt like the suspension was as much, if not more, for what Draymond did after the stomp.
Yeah,
you've been in I'll tell you what I said, and obviously you're always honest. You tell me if I'm overreacting. I was right behind the Warriors bench while Draymond was yelling, and you and I've been to fights before, UFC, boxing, all that stuff, and to me, there's a palpable difference in energy when violence is in the air. There's a difference in the energy that you feel between a basketball, football, baseball game and an MMA or a boxing match. And I felt like in that moment, the energy changed to a fight energy from a basketball game energy. Did you sense something similar?
When he was doing all of that, I think he knew that he was going to probably be ejected to a certain extent, but obviously he probably didn't think he did anything that was that bad, right? Until you go back and look at the tape. I feel like he was probably trying to get his team riled up because that energy that he was bringing to the table, maybe that would help them to keep it going to be able to close out the Kings and finish that game, right? If you notice on his way out, he was dapping up his squad, like yelling at them, like getting them hyped, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, you guys need to get this win. And then obviously we're about to go back home for 2 games. They are about to go back home for 2 games, excuse me. But obviously it's going to come down to they got a bench now. They got a couple guys that can come in and play and take up the slack for Green and possibly do a little bit more, especially on the scoring aspect of it when it comes to the Warriors. But I feel like that building down there on Thursday is gonna be loud, and the Kings are gonna have to respond, like in certain moments. And I predict. I don't want to say predict, but I could see like HB having a great game because he's been playing great ball, man. And just wait until Keegan comes out and has a great game. Like we he's doing so many other things on the defensive end and getting in passing lanes and doing certain things like that doesn't come up in the box scores. But at the same time, like once he gets it, like from the standpoint of gets in the flow on the offensive end, man, hey, watch out.
Well, that's Kenny Thomas, analyst.
Man, I'm
You're
trying, man.
You're doing.
Yes.
Kenny,
I'm
you're
trying.
not trying. Hey, by the way, I recorded it and put it on Twitter. I thought it was hilarious, man. Game 1. And the reason why I like you, Kenny, and I'm serious, is because you're a real actual person, regardless of the situation that you are in. You are who you are. And
what is that? Who am I?
You're Kenny Thomas is who you are.
Kenneth Thomas, man.
Hey, I'm not trying to get stomped on, bro. So I'll stick to Kenny. But when you were on that stage with Matt and Kyle, and all of a sudden, I think the players were coming out, something happened, and you said, show's over. I can't hear. We can't hear. What the hell is that? I'm sitting there laughing at, oh, man, because you just had to be a part of the energy.
Man, it's exciting in that building, man. I feel like I'm back at Arco, man, because that place used to rock, especially when I came my first couple of years, and we consistently won, and the fans were always out there, and being a part of this environment and everything now, it's amazing, and I'm just happy for this city and the love I get going around the city and like asking me about the Kings and Light the Beam, and people think that I have the answers if they're gonna win. I'm like, I don't play anymore. I can't help with that. But
hey, whatever.
Just the vibe and everything, man. It's exciting. And I'm just really, really happy for Mike Brown. This is a guy that's been in the league for a few years, and I've known him since I was like 20 years old. And Doug Christie. You know what I mean? But I'm just excited, and man, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm just having a blast, man. I'm just wow.
All right, that's Kenny Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you took the under. We had no internet problems with Kenny Thomas. Look at that. Hey, man.
Perfect show.
Put the hard hat on the router.
Wow, you guys bet, man. Hey, let me tell you something. I got my pod, man. I got my Wi-Fi
there we
extender.
go.
You guys are such jerks. What do you mean? What's a professional, Dave?
You're a professional. I said you're a professional. You went out and got a pod in the lab. I'm complimenting you. I'm not Kyle Draper. I'm complimenting you. You went out. You got a pod. I'm saying put the hard hat on the router this week. That's a gamer, baby. Come on.
Let's send this thing the right way, bro. Hey, come Thursday, you'll see this again. K9's hard hat. Hey, check it out, man. Hey, I gotta give Lynn some love though, real quick, man. Alex Lynn, I gotta give him some love. He didn't play all year.
Kenny, are you there?
He's come in. Yeah, I'm here. Don't even try it.
Don't do that.
Don't even try it. Nice try, Dave. Hey, see how? Hey, Dave, I was even gonna rub on your back that night. I even offered. And your wife's gonna get mad because you got another man offering to rub your back,
wife,
Dave.
You know my wife loves you, man. You could do no wrong with her, dude.
Also, his wife would much rather you do it than her.
Do it. That's a great point. You were praising Alex Lennon. You have every right to.
Yeah, man. He stay professional. Way to come in because I've been there. I didn't play my last 3 years here in Sacramento, and you get thrown in the fire. You got to go out there, man, and do what's right to help the team. Like, keep it up, Alex. And I'm happy you're still a part of the team, man.
We'll see you next week, and we'll see you on the coverage, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, and just to let you guys know, as of right now, I only got the first round of the playoffs. So I would love to keep this going with you guys, even after. So you just let me know, Dave and Jason.
We're going to talk to your agent. We'll have our agents talk to yours and see if we can come to an agreement.
Jason, done deal. Okay.
Done deal. See you, buddy. Take care.
All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys.
That's Kenny Thomas. We are way late for a break. When we come back, De'Aaron Fox has joined some good company. Wait, hold on. This is the first year of the war. What are we talking about here? We'll tell you next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking when is something too good to be true? when it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Light the beam, light the beam, light the beam, light the beam. They lit it twice. Need to light it twice more. Hopefully on Thursday they will light it again. And watch parties.
Yeah.
Should I say watch party? Golden One Center. Just go to Kings. I think it's Kings.com, right? Get your tickets. Your free tickets. Go there. There'll be Kings announcers and entertainers and dancers and jugglers and some fire breathing and a sword swallower. I think there's going to be a couple of elephants. No, that's a circus.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's be stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
Get there early, Cattles and Rami. We'll be broadcasting live starting at 2.
Yeah.
Go out there, meet Sacramento Nick, Elk Grove Rami,
Boston Nick. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I said I was putting a kibosh on it. I don't have time for feuds till after the playoffs.
See, I was trying to localify them, and you just came in.
Yeah. No, Rami's great.
Why is that always your answer to everything?
My guy. Rami's my guy. Simone's fine. Hey, bars, Dave. That was nice. Bars.
You don't know what that means, do you?
I do. Yes, I do.
What's a bar?
It's where the line in the song.
Got it.
Yeah. Dave bars. If somebody said I want some Dave bars, I'm thinking that's like chocolate covered with some nougat.
J. Mars bars.
J. Mars bars is Wow, Mars bars.
Yeah, never been done before.
Ross bars.
Yeah.
J bars. Jason bars. The No He Didn't bar.
Yes,
Jason
he
Ross
did. That's the packaging, right? The No He Didn't bar on the back. Yes, he did.
You open it, there's a golden ticket. Yes, he did. Yeah. You have to go on a tour of Jason's house, check out the pool in the backyard, maybe dive in with him in the middle of winter.
My crib.
Eat some gumbo herbs. Right?
That's only a select few.
And watch some Yankees baseball.
Yes.
Yes. I got to be honest. That sounds kind of cool as a prize. We'll have to talk to promotion.
The J. Ross experience.
J. Ross experience.
One would sign up.
Yeah. Brought to you by National Garage Door. Is also bringing us all of your round one playoff coverage. De'Aaron Fox wins the Clutch Player of the Year award.
Hear about that?
I wonder what he gets for that. I mean,
trophy.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the trophy?
No.
It's a party.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's like two hands just holding on to something because clutch. No.
No.
Does he get money?
I hope so.
Does he get a Kia?
With a clutch?
Yeah, like a manual transmission.
The NBA wants to see.
Yeah. Oh, God, you're bringing memories back. He joined some good company, and although this is the first year of the award, De'Aaron Fox has won it every year it's been out.
Yes, as we had a YouTuber say, he's won more than LeBron, MJ, and Bird combined.
And Wilt.
Yeah.
They didn't throw that in there. And Kareem and
Draymond.
Austin and Draymond not winning Clutch Player of the Year award. But there's been some other Kings with some neat awards. How about Tyreek Evans, Rookie of the Year?
I remember that.
Yeah, that was
25 and 5.
Bobby Jackson, of course, 6th Man of the Year in 2003.
Cool.
Bobby Jackson, you ready for this? 6th Man of the Year 20 years ago.
Stop. I still have that Sports Illustrated somewhere with him on the cover. That wasn't for the 6th man.
Kissed?
No, but that was a great moment. I love that.
By the way,
dribbling on the court
for you youth, when Bobby fell into the crowd and the lady planted a kiss on his forehead.
Yeah.
Jeff Petrie, Executive of the Year, 99 and 01.
Nice.
The J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award, Vlade Divac. That was in 2000. Who will join all of them this year?
Well, maybe obviously we know Mike Brown is one of the 3 finalists, and I think that award's going to coach, don't you?
I think that
should be in the bag.
I mean, De'Aaron Fox won this in a blowout.
Yeah.
I imagine the Mike Brown Award is going to be something similar. As I said, I think that Fox and Sabonis will, in some combo, both make one of the 3 All-NBAs. The one that I am most kind of on pins and needles for is Executive of the Year.
Yeah, because look, they get the other parts. They get down to the 3 finalists. Coach Dagnall and Coach Mazzulla and Coach Brown are there. Again, those 2 other guys, I think, have done a nice job, but they haven't done the job that Mike Brown has done. I mean, it's a complete transformation, completely done.
Yes,
it should be his award.
And I don't know who. Again, trying to think of who would compete with Monty McNair. You know, Rob Pelinka and the Lakers, which I don't agree with, but I'm just trying to think of people that might be up there. Kobe Altman with the Cavs.
Danny Ainge. I mean, he won't win it, but
I agree with you. I think if you could go back, I mean, honestly, you shouldn't. Isn't that what they should do? You know what? Executive of the Year you should be able to vote on Executive of the Year for 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of times you can't tell. And I agree with you. I think 5 years from now, we'll look back on 2022, 23 and go, wow, Danny Ainge did the most.
Yeah.
But all Monty McNair's done as a first-time GM, I know we got to go. I just want to bring this home real quick. I want to land this plane. Monty McNair is a first-time GM. And through his first 2 years, his team was a loser. He had a 3-year deal with no option. He's coming into this year as a lame duck. And going into this year, there are so many GMs that would try to hold the job no matter what, knowing that they get into the contract if they just made the playoffs. What does he do? He takes his first ever draft pick, a guy he beloves, and trades him for Domantas Sabonis with all the controversy that came with it. The guts to make that move. Oh, and as far as first-round picks, yeah, he traded one, highly protected, future first-rounder for Kevin Huerter. It wasn't just that Monty McNair made great moves. It's that Monty McNair acted when he was going into a lame duck year like he was a GM with 10 years of experience, 2 titles, and had a 10-year contract.
Yep.
And I thoroughly appreciate that about him. Because I know Pete D'Alessandro, all of our draft picks until 2097 would be traded by now.
Right. To try to protect themselves.
Yeah, exactly. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight? I don't know. I don't have anything to watch. You guys help me out, maybe?
Yeah,
Also, your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. We appreciate you being with us. It's SactownSports.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Wednesday forecast starts out quite cool. Grab that jacket as you head out the door. Into the afternoon, mainly sunny skies expected. Temperatures a little warmer today with highs in the mid-60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
New flooring instantly updates a room. RC Willey has incredible selection of carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate. Their experts will help you find the perfect floor for your home and schedule a free in-home measure. Shop RC Willey in Elk Grove or Rockland today.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Let Shane and his team at BridgehavenHomes.com take all that stress away. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, no realtor commissions. Go to BridgehavenHomes.com. That's BridgehavenHomes.com.
Carmichael Dave here, welcoming back my dear friends at Fire Wings. 21 different flavors. I had 4 of those 21 Saturday for the game, watching with the family. As always, breaded Malaysian curry. Yeah, you better bet I got that curry. Knocked it out of the park, too. Go to firewings.com to make your order. That's what we did. We ordered 2 hours in advance, picked it up. There's nothing better for the game than Fire Wings. Check out the locations nearest you. Fire Wings, just wing it.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187 or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Kevin Lewis of National Garage Door. Whether you need to repair a broken spring, install a new opener, or buy a quality Rainer door, National Garage Door is here for you. Call us today to see how we can transform your house with a new garage door.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Make your way to the ballpark on Sunday, April 30th to watch your A's go head-to-head with the Cincinnati Reds. Get there early to grab your very own Tony Kemp poster, presented by Kaiser Permanente. This one-of-a-kind poster giveaway features TK and his iconic catch.
Diving play to his right. Unbelievable catch by Tony Kemp. Spectacular.
Tickets start at just $10 and are available at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you find the right customers. Spread awareness of your product or services. We can help build trust in your brand and services with a digital marketing campaign. Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing campaigns that deliver results. Don't wait. Get started today. Contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, good morning. I'm Jay Mars. The Golden State Warriors got dealt a big blow last night late in the evening as the NBA announced that Draymond Green will be suspended for Game 3 against the Sacramento Kings. In part of the statement, the NBA said the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts, this coming off the heels of him stomping on the chest of Domantas Sabonis during the Kings' Game 2 victory over Golden State. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been listed as questionable for Game 3, as the Kings announced he suffered a bruised sternum from the stomp by Green. In other playoff action last night, the Celtics went up 2-0 on the Hawks with the 119-106 victory in Boston. The Cavs tied their series with the Knicks after beating New York 107-90, and the Clippers hung tough with the Suns, but it was Phoenix that pulled away 123-109. Suns head coach Monty Williams spoke after the game about the big second-half run his team made.
Coming out of the halftime break, it was just juice, toughness, grit. Offensive execution was decent, but I thought we were able to get the stops in a row to start the half. That really gave us a lot of energy.
Taking a look around the diamond last night, the Giants lost their second straight to the Marlins 4-2, and the Cubs blanked the A's 4-0. The A's now have an MLB worst 3-15 record. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Certainly the Warriors, one word, livid.
and they were certainly didn't agree with the 1-game suspension. I think they were surprised at it. No question about that. They certainly went through this in the finals with Cleveland losing Draymond Green for a game in 2016, but they're going to have to live with it. Appeals don't really, there's really nowhere to go with an appeal in these situations. And the Sacramento Kings, listen, they know what they're walking into in Game 3 on Thursday night. Mike Brown having coached in Golden State, this team having, looked at that Golden State organization as a model is something they aspired to. There's a lot of connections between that Golden State organization and the Sacramento Kings, and certainly up 2-0, having to go on the road now. They know even without Draymond Green, this is going to be a really difficult task in Game 3. But I think there was surprise last night. I think there were a lot of people who believed perhaps that the ruling on the court was going to stand. But it took the league a while yesterday to get to all the interviews in this. I know they talked to Sabonis earlier in the day. They talked to the Warriors people later in the day. Now, I don't know what the conversation was between Draymond Green and the league office, but one thing the league office does want to hear in a case like this, a situation like this, is a recognition that the act was wrong, that there was some remorse there. I don't know whether Draymond Green expressed that or not with the league office, but it would be important that you do that when they are deciding on whether, again, it's perhaps just a fine and you play Game 3 versus suspension. But you look at on the court right there with Draymond Green before he left the floor, that was absolutely a part of this decision, I'm told.
And that's how we spoke about it yesterday. That's Adrian Wojnarowski talking to Joe Dumars, who handed out the penalty. 1-800-920-1140 is the phone number. We're always here for you to express yourself. My guy, Bench Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm driving back from my cardiologist appointment. I got fitted with a 2-week heart monitor. I sure wish I had this the other night because I would have had a lot of symptoms from my cardiologist. Something like some inexplicable chest pain, a 230-pound man standing on my chest or something like that.
Ah, well, stop it. Just stop having any of those issues immediately.
Yeah, you ankle grabber.
Yeah, we love you. Just do what you got to do, my man.
Thank you. Hey, well, I just got one thing for you. As a parent, if you've got one child that's acting up and another one escalates it, and that child says, yeah, well, he started it, what do you tell that child?
Something probably involving if they jumped off the bridge, would you do the same? One of those things.
Well, I'm just curious because if that doesn't fly with, children, then why would a full-grown adult like Draymond Green expect that would work?
Well, and it's interesting. It's an interesting angle. Here's why. On one hand,
full-grown adult there.
Well, on one hand, incredibly condescending. Like, of course, these are full-grown adults, and come on, and we want to respect them and all that, and of course we do. On the other hand, please keep this in mind. A lot of athletes do not live in the real world.
Yeah.
They've never.
Their world's different.
Their world, I won't say never, because everybody grew up somewhere, but once you get into the NBA, you're a millionaire if you're at a certain level. You're a millionaire. You're surrounded by people. You play a game for a living. This is not Bob in accounting. This is a game. And I can tell you this much, for example, bigger stars, the shoe company's going to take care of any fines. It's good for the brand in some cases. But you're and I say this with all the love and respect possible while off the court, of course, these are grown men and adults and family men. And, they're just trying to make a living and they're making a great living. On the court, this is a kid's game. It's a kid's game taken very seriously for very high stakes. And there are tantrums and there are, how often do you see, I wanted the last sandwich in the snack bar. It didn't work out. So I stomped on Jason's chest. Yeah. It's not real life.
Yeah.
And it's tough I always try to avoid applying real life examples to things that happen in sports, unless, and this is important, unless it supports my argument.
Yes.
And then I will always do it.
It's very helpful.
What to watch tonight in the playoffs? You got the Timberwolves and Nuggets. Jason, do the Timberwolves have anything for the Nuggets?
I don't think so. I mean, series generally changed between games and some adjustments, but that game was close for part of the first half, and then it just got completely out of hand. I mean, it is a 1 versus 8. That's what you kind of expect, but going in, I was actually, when that game started, I go, what? You know what? Of all things, wait, Minnesota's got Towns and Gobert to put on Jokic.
Yeah.
Maybe I should look closer at this series. And then as it went, it's like, no. Denver's lethal at home too, man.
They're really
they're going to be tough to beat.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, as of Bucks shoot around 13 minutes ago, is still listed as doubtful with a lower back contusion for tonight. That's from Eric Nim, the Milwaukee Bucks beat reporter for The Athletic. The Bucks host the Heat. Bucks still favored by 6.5. And by the way, the Nuggets were favored by 8.5 tonight. But Bucks still a pretty decent favorite over the Heat. Hey, listen, the Bucks are certainly capable of sweeping Miami on the road with a healthy Giannis, but they go down 0-2 in this series. They're in legit crazy trouble. The 32-9 at home this year, and they've already got one home loss in this series. So. And then the game I'm going to be paying attention to, and it's the earliest game, strangely enough, because it's in Memphis. Lakers, Grizzlies, with the Ja Morant injury situation. The Lakers are actually favored by 1. They're favored to go up 2-0 in this series, and it leads me to a question for you, Jason Ross. I was thinking about this yesterday. I believe there's 3 teams in the NBA that, barring some sort of luck or bad luck for the other team, I believe there's 3 teams in the NBA the Sacramento Kings cannot beat in a 7-game series. And when I say cannot, I mean beyond like, well, it's possible. But there are 3 teams I would go in and go, yeah, there's no chance. The Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics, and the Philadelphia 76ers. You may agree or disagree, but those are the 3 I think the Kings can't beat. But notice, I left out an entire conference. My question for you is this. Is there a Western Conference team you don't think the Kings can beat in a 7-game series? I'm not talking about favored.
No.
I'm saying when you look at the Nuggets, when you look at the Suns, whoever it may be, and go, do you get, let me put it more specific. Is there any team in the Western Conference you look at and you get the same feeling you would get over the Bucks, the Celtics, and maybe the Sixers?
Not at the moment, no. I didn't feel that really most of the year. I think the fact that the Kings did beat everybody in the West, I know that's regular season and those are different, but just the way they match up, obviously, if they were to get through the Warriors, I could imagine they're even more confident because some of the question marks that should go against the Kings are, hey, they haven't been here.
Yeah.
Well, if you've now been through one series, and I don't know how this one will go, how far, and if it ends that way in the favor of the Kings, they got to have more confidence into the next one. But really, what it all becomes about is matchups. And I think the matchup is pretty good for the Kings against the Warriors, and they found different angles to win the first 2 games. But if it was Memphis or the Lakers, if they get through, what's that matchup look like? And, they got to find their angles. But I think knowing the knowledge of what Mike Brown and the coaching staff had going in, I think has been really helpful for them.
And to be perfectly clear, and we feel this way, and I hope every Kings fan feel this way too, as we go to break, that's just fun talk. The Kings have done nothing yet. They are up 2-0 in a series in which they have yet to play a road game. And they're about to go into the most hostile environment they've probably ever played in their entire careers. Harrison Barnes may be the exception. This is going to be a ridiculously hostile environment tomorrow at Chase Center. We'll take a break. When we come back, we wrap up. Whitey joins us. Chris Watkins joins us. We got Crosstalk and Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies right after this.
The Sacramento Kings have taken a commanding 2-0 lead over the Golden State Warriors.
They end up winning it by 8.
Can the best road team in the West go into Chase Center Thursday night and get a win in Game 3 over the defending champs? Our coverage begins with Cattles and Rami live from the Golden One Center at 2 p.m. with tip-off at 7 from San Francisco.
On your home for the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Spring officially here. And with the long, cold, and rainy winter behind us, I'm sure you're counting the days until summer, but don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioner is working efficiently and, most importantly, safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from American Energy Heat and Air. There's nothing worse than your air conditioner going out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today and make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call, 916-520-9990, or schedule your appointment online at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Better Business Bureau, A+ rating. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Easy, convenient payment options, same as cash, low monthly payments through financing partners. What do you need? 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go, so I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through June, purchase through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than freshly baked and home-delivered crumble cookies.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
And Chris Watkins and Wayne Gleason. We're here to wrap up the day of the thing for the morning, and then we move on to y'all with the playoff coverage.
That's right, Dave.
That's right. Then on to the afternoon, and
you said it.
Yeah. I assume you'll be talking about Draymond Green today.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he got suspended.
Green and gold,
Yeah,
Oakland A's.
How's his foot?
X-rays inconclusive. Now you have me
So
like,
he might have been out for game 3. Should he be suspended for game 4?
That's a great point. Well, he's already
If
hurt.
they're hurt.
That's how it works.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, today is National North Dakota Day. My simple question is this: has anyone in this room been to North Dakota?
No. I can't tell you a single fact.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you have.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Stingers
right.
up.
Stingers up.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stingers up.
I've flown over North Dakota.
Yeah.
Isn't Mount Rushmore in one of the
South.
Dakotas? Ah, see.
South Dakota.
South Dakota's much better.
Yeah,
Way better.
everybody knows that.
Once upon a time, there was actually an argument, like a lawsuit between North Dakota and South Dakota, because they wanted to just change the name to Dakota.
Yeah.
Because
Makes sense.
the people in North Dakota thought South Dakota got more tourists because even though their climates are the same, that South Dakota implied that it was warmer. And
For sure. Closer to the equator.
The judge overruled it because the judge was like, yeah, and Mount Rushmore. That might have something to do with it.
I think it was the equator.
Just a little bit. Equator a little bit too.
Yeah, a lot of people engage in the act of trying to get the North Dakotans against the South Dakotans, try to rile things up.
Yeah.
Fanning the flames is called Dakota fanning. It's,
Hey!
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
10-2, ladies and gentlemen. 10-2.
Jay, there's like no way you don't even try when Jason Ross and Whitey Gleason are in the same room like that. You don't even try.
No, you just
there's no try. It's like Yvonne Lendl and Boris Becker talking tennis, and you're like, I played at Arden Hills.
you don't get in the ring with Ali and Tyson
Yeah.
because you box,
No,
right?
Exactly. Today is National Amaretto Day. My question for anybody in the room is: anyone had amaretto?
I've had amaretto.
You're not in the room.
Amaretto.
Oh, you have.
Yes.
What is
Amaretto?
Amaretto? What is amaretto?
It's a country.
Amaretto
It's
by morning.
a type of liquor, isn't it?
Yeah.
town in North Dakota.
Amaretto, North Dakota.
Yeah, I would 100% believe you.
National Garlic Day. We've all had garlic.
Yes, absolutely.
What I had a garlic take. I want to run by you. I feel like the difference between the smell of garlic fries and then the actual taste of garlic fries is the biggest disparity in like it smells amazing, but then you eat them and you're like, it's just fries with garlic.
Yeah, it's like the Warriors free throw disparity. Given up and taken. Yeah.
By the way, big thing with JJ Redick on that. I did some research. He actually, I know we're in Sacramento, but these are numbers. He might have a point. He said, and we got the audio in here, that the refs have been calling this series so far highly on the side of the Sacramento Kings. He's right. They have 3 more free throws, 51-48. So is there a conspiracy? I don't know.
Oh, they lost game 1.
Feels like it.
Quick question: is Ralph Nader still alive? No, I truly don't know, but that's what
he's still with us.
Is Ralph still with us?
He's 83 today.
He's
No, I'm not sorry. Jumping the gun. I believe he is with us.
Okay. Finally, National Banana Day.
I'm a banana.
Banana splits, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Got ice cream. Or the cartoon.
Banana, either one.
Bananas and pajamas.
Favorite way to consume a banana? Why'd you go?
Yeah, I like to eat it.
Yeah.
In pudding.
You could have it in a shake. You could have it in the vanilla wafer thing. You could have it in a split. There's a lot of ways you can
Peanut
have
butter
banana.
and banana sandwich.
It's actually a good sandwich. With a little honey on it.
Never heard.
Peanut butter,
never had
right?
it.
Yeah.
What? Never had a peanut butter.
Peanut butter, honey, and
banana. Absolutely. I'm not a real raw banana guy. I like it in shakes. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you something. You slice it up and put it on that, especially if it's toasted or you grill it. A little butter. Oh, I'm hungry. That's what I'm having when I get home.
You're grilling a banana.
Grilled banana.
No. A grilled cheese sandwich, but you have peanut butter, honey, and sliced banana in it. So it's like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Nothing like a grilled cheese sandwich
at
all.
Except for not grilled and no cheese.
I'm saying in the style of a grilled cheese sandwich, but the filling is different. But you're pan frying it like you would. Yes, like you would a grilled cheese sandwich with butter and you.
Always money in the banana stand.
You know, I'm going to bring in. I always say this, I never do, but I should bring in a little hot plate and make some for you. That's all I got. Celebrity birthdays.
It's a hammock.
Okay.
North Dakota hammock. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
What's next?
You know, it's like a cheeseburger only with eggs and bacon and
Talk about the style of cooking it. By the way, cheeseburger with eggs and bacon is actually really good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Back to you.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
April 19th, we celebrate the birthday of the one, the only James Franco. Julio's brother.
Yes, currently teaching a class somewhere at the thing. James Franco is 46.
That's a good guess. I definitely think he's older than what you would probably guess. 46 is a good one. I'll say 44.
Oh.
Why do you going 38?
I'm going 51.
I'll go 50.
44, 46, 30. Okay, he's you guys tie. He's 45.
Hey, look at that. Yeah.
All right, happy birthday to Kate Hudson.
Goldie's daughter.
Correct.
Kurt's stepdaughter. I'm vamping because I'm trying to do the math in my head.
Skeleton Key's the best movie she was ever in, if that's her.
I
think I got that right.
Wait, hold on. Oh God, who's on line 1?
I can't hear.
It's that. It's almost famous. Cameron Crowe, how you doing? Okay, I'll tell him.
How dare you do the phone bit to me?
What? That's so stolen from him.
I've noticed a lot of stolen bits now that Whitey's in the building.
Honest to God. Whitey,
the greatest thing ever is if you pick that up and Whitey was on the line.
Whitey was actually on the line doing his Kate Hudson. I will say she's 47 again. I mean, not again for her, but
almost famous. Yeah.
I'll say 42.
51 is the new 38, so I'm going 51.
I think she's older than we all think. I think she's 56.
No.
44?
That's close.
56. How dare you?
Hey, how about happy birthday to Suge Knight?
Hey, Suge.
Travis Knight's dad.
Suge is 56.
Oof. It's Brevin Knight. That's the same guy.
That's
right?
it. Yeah. 100%. He went by Suge.
Yeah.
I'll undercut David. Go 55.
Wow, man, come on. You can't do that. It's horrible.
I'll say 52.
We'll go high again. We'll go 60.
Whoa.
58 for Suge Knight. Do we have a 56?
I said 56.
Yeah, that's a tie.
60.
That's a tie. But you went over Price is Right rules.
No.
Tie. Happy birthday to Candace Parker.
Oh.
Candace Parker.
Candace Parker Burr.
No, that's not. It's not from Full House.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Candace Cameron Burr.
Yes.
I know.
I liked it.
Isn't it Beret?
I
That
don't
was
know.
Pavo Bure's. Okay.
Raspberry Beret.
Yeah. Candace Parker is.
I don't care anymore.
She is 34.
That's a great guess.
Thank you.
I'll say 35.
38. What the heck?
What the heck?
CP's 30.
37.
Yeah.
Yes.
38. Pretty good.
She's still married to Sheldon Williams?
She is not.
No.
No.
Not at all.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Ashley Judd.
Nah. From the Judds.
Meow.
Kentucky fan, right?
2 episodes of Star Trek Next Generation. She was peak Ashley Judd in that one.
Wow. Dave just
Big
went somewhere.
crush for 12-year-old Carmichael Dave. She's 53.
52.
She's not.
60?
She ain't 38. I can promise you.
56.
55. J. Mars. There you go.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Maria Sharapova.
Maria Sharapova is 40.
Say 43.
38.
40.
I think Whitey might have this.
36.
Yeah. I knew it
Correct.
was high.
Well done. Let's finish with a good old Lugansk Dort.
Oh, Dort.
Boy, that guy will defend the heck out of you.
Yes, he will.
Lugansk Dort is 27.
Ooh, great guess.
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Dave
Thank
is
you. Thank you.
killing this, man.
Yeah,
26, I
I'm
guess.
1-1.
Yeah, I like your guesses, though. They all sound so good.
25.
Okay.
29.
24.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. For Lugnuts Dort.
I think Whitey did, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There you go. Good work. I'm proud of all of you.
Hey guys, what's coming up on the show today? I have no idea.
How are we supposed to know?
Well, I'm just saying, you got a legal pad.
Holy
That's his
mackerel.
grocery list.
You know who that is?
Holy mackerel.
Fellas, player movement, ball movement.
Oh, that's Mad Dog Russo.
That's Gary St. Jean.
Yeah.
Coach St.
Share
Jean.
this with you.
Practically the same person.
Hello, fellas. He's the best. He's
Break
going to.
bread.
He told us last week. Keep an eye on Monk and Poole, guys. Key matchup.
Ah.
Talk to him today.
Monk's winning that one.
Yeah, and Anthony Slater from the Athletic.
Nice.
We'll see if there's any news, anything going on news-wise in this series.
Okay. All right. All that coming up next. 4 hours.
Don't
Chris,
ever
Whitey,
do the
Whitey.
phone bit to me.
Chris,
Ever.
I'm so sorry. It's her birthday. It's Sactown Sports, wherever. Bye.
What?
Love you. Bye now.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help